Did you hear, Swindle? He dragged us down to the main.
I did no such thing. I voluntarily went first.
It was your fault. We had to follow you. Yes, you did. I was like, let's drive away. Let's get away. We don't need to see him. What is the point in going? But then he was like, no, we have to fight him. And I was like, no, please no. Yeah, because he went crazy a wee bit.
I have a funny feeling of deja vu, like I've heard all of this before.
Yes. I didn't drag him anywhere. We never dragged him anywhere, so it's not my fault.
I don't know why you get defensive. I didn't say anything. I didn't imply anything.
Yeah. You missed out in 2 sessions.
I missed out on like 3 of them. It's like,
yeah, I know. Todd, this is not like you.
He didn't miss 2 sessions. He missed last session.
Oh yeah.
We didn't do the week before that at all.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, but it was 3. But I still missed like 3 weeks of stuff. So I was like, oh.
You haven't missed these sessions because the session before last week we didn't do one.
Yeah.
Because Callum was away as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you no show bros. That's what you're getting called.
Okay. All right.
Oh, joking.
He's half joking.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, me and Swindle had a date and it involved 3 hamburgers each.
Yeah, I can imagine.
A paltry 3 burgers each.
Is that 3 stacked burgers?
3 stacked burgers is just a normal meal, remember? So like a special occasion would be more.
Yeah, I was trying to watch my figure, so I only had like 4 hot dogs instead. It was light dinner.
You strike me as being a 4 hot dog kind of guy.
Oh, do I now?
Did you have the rolls as well with it?
Laura beat me to it. Is it all in one bun, or just the hot dogs, or 4 actual everything dogs?
Yeah, no, I lay them out on like 2 slices of bread like a sandwich. 4 hot dogs.
Every orifice.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. In every orifice. What do you... Now I'm trying to figure this out just from a logistical standpoint. Like, what the fuck do you mean? 2 in each ear? Like...
But do you only have 3 orifices or something?
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out which orifices you're talking about and how to get a hot dog in there.
Like, I'm not questioning your sexual preferences. I'm just bringing it to the surface.
Oh, man.
I know Pink climbs around and I pinged him. I don't see him on Steam though. Hang on, so are you telling me, Swindle, when we play this, it's like noon for you?
Like right now, yeah, it's like 1:01.
Okay, so it's not noon, it's afternoon.
Yeah.
That's still 6-5. Oh yeah, you're central, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's only 6 behind. I don't know why I was thinking you were further behind.
I don't know.
Because you said noon, that's why. And I was like, is he on that weird mountain time they have or something?
Well, I don't know. Noon to me is like 12 or 1. It's interchangeable.
Alright, so in...
Yeah, but you finish at 4 o'clock.
It's alright. Americans don't call noon
nice.
noon. That's fine.
Which is nice because that's when I finish work at 4.
When the sun is highest and you draw your guns, that time.
You would think.
High noon, yeah.
You would think. It'd been so iconic to their culture and everything. But apparently 1 PM also constitutes noon.
The sun's still up there, like, you know.
Well, I mean, they also do have the difficulties with military time, but, you know.
Yeah.
Even though they probably invented it.
Let's just chalk it up to I'm an idiot. Like, there you go.
I know when I had to give a cop over there my date of birth, and I gave them in the way we would
British.
give it. I gave it the way we would give
fuck's sakes.
And my girlfriend at the time was like pure annoyed at me, and she was like, why did you say it like that? And the cop was like, no, it's fine, I was in the military. So apparently their military does their birth, their dates the way we do it.
Yeah.
But they don't. And I was like, this is like so typical of this country.
I don't know. I don't ask
Yeah,
me,
because
man.
it's so weird because it's like
Month,
you
day
would
is a
think day,
weird way to
month,
do it.
and year, and instead of month, day, year.
Yeah,
which
ascending
seems really
order, you would
bizarre.
think.
Yeah. A wee bit backward.
You don't do
honestly.
millisecond, second, minute, hour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't look at me, man. I don't.
Well, as the
I'm
only
in
American here,
charge.
you're sullied with the being tarred by your
Swindle
whole
didn't
country.
choose his spawn point.
Well, I mean, nobody
However, he
does.
chose to stay in his spawn point.
I think as a species, we've decided your spawn point determines everything about you forever, though. Apparently, it's like it wasn't enough that we had to pick the alignment of stars in the sky when you were born. We had to also go. You were specifically at this point on the globe at this point in time. And it dooms you forever.
Alright, so are we ready?
I'm
Are
ready.
you ready, Swindle?
Just slightly detoured now.
You're all ready, yeah.
No, Swindle, are you ready?
Yeah, no.
He was already here for his little scene before you guys came in,
Yeah.
and it went swimmingly well for him.
Yeah,
Fantastic. He's
the
here to save
trauma.
the day.
The trauma is fresh. The trauma is fresh.
Trauma is always fresh.
Is it creme fraiche?
It's something.
Oh, what a fitting way to
Gooey.
put it.
So are we dead?
Oh, right. So, last time you guys were here, you decided to, one of you, I think it was Richard, right? You were vaguely aware of Daniel answering the door to someone and then getting taken away in a car.
I heard some people get in a car, and I opened up just in time to see Daniel getting thrown in the car and then them driving off
Yeah,
by suited men.
Yeah, he wasn't thrown in the car, but he was in the back of the car. Yeah.
Well, he willingly went in, which is thrown in equivalent.
And
good. I made
after
the right
that,
decision.
you guys decided. I know it's funny how you get things to match up here.
Yeah.
After that, you guys decided to go check out the mine. So you went to Rhyolite, which was the old ghost town mine town, because it was close. Shouldn't take long, no problem. You just looked around, place was deserted. You found signs of habitation by someone moving around, and they were like carving things and painting things on walls, scripture. You eventually ended up in a warehouse in the north end of town, and inside that warehouse there was some sort of ritual that had taken place with a small altar with bones, and there was things carved into those bones. And I think that was the point, Richard, where you flipped your switch.
Yep, he just broke down and became very, very obsessive compulsive.
Undeterred, the others put you in the pickup truck and you drove up to the actual mine, whereupon they investigated the cabin while you heard the soft sound of singing, which you followed into the mine. You guys found a body in the cabin. He'd blown his head off with a shotgun, and a letter, a 3-page letter, like a confession and testament that had been left from the deceased. You then noticed that Richard went missing. You followed him into the mine. You found the grating there and the hole, and because of Richard's excellent judgment, having just regained his sanity, he went down the hole. So you regained your sanity. You didn't really. You just sort of lost your sanity. This was the aftermath.
I just had a sort of a clear head, like clarity moment after the breakdown.
Or it felt like that to you,
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah, those are always fun.
You did not return, and after an hour of waiting, and I liked how they gave you a whole hour before they
What?
showed concern for you.
Yes.
What?
They went down the
It
hole
didn't
after
wait
him.
an hour of the. It wasn't an hour of the game, by the way. It was like said an hour
Well,
past.
Yeah,
time,
but
I was like, how long did you wait?
Still.
And Betty was like, an hour. Just to make sure he was dead when she went down there.
Yeah, just properly digested.
sure.
And then Betty, who was too afraid to be left out of the hole on her own, decided to follow him in. And then when she didn't come
gross.
back after 5 minutes, Jeff decided to go down the hole after her. And we don't know what happened to any of you after you went down that hole.
Yeah, you killed us.
Because at the bottom of the hole, as we described, well, you can tell him
Can
in
I
the character.
pause? Can I pause you for a second,
yeah.
Dark? I am really enjoying Swindle's fucking apocalyptic level cringe and recoil, which makes me wonder, what the fuck did you do, Swindle?
Um,
Sorry. for a second.
So I will let them tell you what the hole was like going down it, because it wasn't like normal. But I'll let them describe that to you when you eventually meet up again, which will hopefully happen.
It was crazy.
Yeah, hopefully.
It had this crazy human wall.
I'm just going to keep us in this screen just now. Or no, I can put this into this one. So
It was
don't
very
worry, I had my own little adventure.
we're going to start for you three. So the first thing that happens, the first person who descended into that hole and started traversing along the tunnel that was at the bottom. Richard, you walk your way along, and well, this is going to happen to all three of you in sequence, but it happens to him first. I'm sure we're all familiar with when you like shake up a can of Coke soda and you open it and it all froths and fizzes out uncontrollably.
Mm-hmm.
If you can imagine that happening to every cell, every atom in your body simultaneously, all your nerve endings just exploding and stretching and tearing as your whole being just like froths out, and the amount of like overwhelming, agonizing pain that would encompass you when that happened. That happens to you, and it probably only happens for a split second, but because of the perception of time while you're under that duress and what is happening to you, it's going to feel like a lifetime of pain and just agony, just all encompassing all over, and such that when you reconstitute on the other side of whatever you've passed through, you're just, even though you're no longer feeling the pain, the memory of it, the experience of it is so traumatic and imprinted on you that all you can do when you get to the other side is curl up into a ball and piss and shit yourself. You weep, you scream, you cry, you're covered in sweat. Just the memory of what you've just experienced, even though you're not actually feeling it anymore, and because you're cold, you're also like shivering, and you lie there easily for an hour in this state before Betty comes through and exactly the same thing happens to her, and you're almost like reliving the experience again because you know what she's been through because you just felt it yourself and you're still recovering from that. And then of course shortly after that, probably in 10 minutes or so afterwards, Jeff's going to come through and exactly the same thing happens once more. So all three of you take one stress. No roll, just take one stress.
I'm good.
Oh.
Boop.
And
Yeah,
then
because how could
once
you
you've
not?
done that, roll stress. Because the first one you're going to take, just the pain, there's no avoiding it. And then the second one, when you're going to roll, this is to see if you recover. Okay, so you all recover.
I am freaking invincible. Leave me alone.
So Jeff, you're going to want to, well, you're not going to want to, but you're going to score out one of your anchors and replace it with a psychosis when you want to reset your stress.
Screw you.
And that will allow you to put your stress back into zero. You can think of what kind of psychosis you want. Well, we talked to this before because you were writing your list, so it's going to be a list mania would be your psychosis. So when you finally recover, and you're all going to recover because you passed the test, when you all recover in an hour or so, you find yourselves huddled together at the side of this passage, this mine shaft, against the wall, and you've just instinctively just curled up together for comfort and assurance at what you just went through, such as the level of trauma from the experience. And after, well, you've already been there, Rich, for an hour, so you'll kind of come through it before they do, and sort of like, I don't know what you want to do to try to help them work their way to get where you are. Maybe you could just take it from there and you can tell us what you do.
He probably, I imagine the idea is he's just starting to come to, and Betty's approaching, or he's probably seen like Betty is happening, and that's probably what snapped him into this sort of like, oh no, I need to get myself back up. And as Jeff's approaching, probably just there was like, Jeff, no! And then it happened to Jeff.
Well, you didn't see Jeff, he's just there. He wasn't there and then he's just there.
Oh god, right, so it's just
The
appears.
passage, I mean, because you will have looked, the passage where you've walked along, where you came from, and presumably where they came along, when you look back down that way, I mean, it was a dark, empty passage before. But now, there is an elevator at the bottom of that hole, with all the structure required for an elevator. There is lighting, so you can see fairly clearly in this section. You become aware after the pain passes and you regain your senses of the sound of jack drills hammering away somewhere down the mine, and it's possibly the sound of machinery kind of driving around as well.
So he's probably been listening to this, but he'd be trying to sort of, I guess, like rubbing Jeff and Betty's backs, trying to basically, like, like, hey, it's God, it's done, it's fine, we're here, we're safe. He's bullshitting, right? It's very clearly he's lying about saying like they're perfectly safe and everything's fine. He's just trying his best to try and calm Jeff and Betty back down to reality, while
there.
sort of creeping himself out by staring at the lights, going, "That wasn't there before when I walked down. Where did that come from?"
So Jeff, you can undo all your stress there, because you're going to like take this listomia break. And when you come to, Jeff, although you're holding it together, you're just going to like, I guess the urge to like write things down like overwhelms you. Although you have held it together, so you're not going to go full mania.
It's mostly productive stuff I'm writing.
So what's your once you're able to kind of clear your mind and actually put some words together again, Betty, what do you want to say?
That was a bit of a ride, wasn't it?
I can't begin to describe what I saw.
I think we're all blacking out from it. We're, blacked out from it.
Obviously, when you descended into this whole silent, there was nothing there, but someone is actively working the mine. You can hear the drills away, and perhaps that's the only reason no one's came looking for you after the sounds of your screams, because you've been drowned out from the sound of machinery and drills.
Do you think we need to... What? Who is down here?
Everything.
Looking back, Jeff, you can also see the elevator is there behind you with lights on it. And I mean, you had to lower yourself down manually. That wasn't there before.
All this time there was an elevator here.
I mean, you couldn't have missed it because it's like 4 iron pillars with the elevator in the middle.
Who we are.
Yeah, somehow we missed that.
And logic doesn't work for us.
Obviously, meta aspect, we've teleported. Our character's like, the fuck that come from?
I don't care, this is a fucked up version of Scooby-Doo, man. Jesus.
So, what now?
Alright, so, where are we going now?
I want to figure out what's causing the mining noises. But heavy machinery noises.
Right, so, more danger. And you, Betty?
Well, I suppose we're all doing it, so yeah.
So because you did pass your stress tests, you recover yourselves, within the hour or just over the hour. So you've not been down here for too long. So the sounds are continuing. You can hear certainly vehicles driving around. There's the clanking of metal or tools or something, and just the sounds of drills echoing from down the corridor. So just tell me what you would like to do.
Clicking and clanging is all about.
So you want to continue down the corridor that you're in?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you follow this, and this is an unlit tunnel. You can, obviously, where the elevator is, there's lights on the elevator. But as you go down through the darkness tunnel, and you do have your headlamps because you have the mine helmets, the end of the tunnel is like a junction, and you can see that there are lights. Not very bright, just like the flickering of like an oil lamp or a candle light perhaps in the distance somewhere. That kind of warm, kind of yellowish orange light flickering down there, but there's definitely like lighting at the end. But any other sound is drowned out here from the sounds of...
Certainty of death.
Yep.
Best. Waiting for. Let's go.
Poke your head around the end of the corridor, the shaft you're in, the tunnel, and looking left and right. I think these are called drifts, actually, the horizontal passages. Looking left and right along the drift, you can see candles maybe every 10 yards or so. And at the far end, you can vaguely just make out the shadows of a couple of people moving around and the sounds of the drills are definitely coming from that end. To the other direction, you can see a pile of tools at the corner before it turns off into another direction, and it's lit at the corner with several candles that are lit as well.
Alright, I'm gonna go towards there. I'm like, people, let's go there.
Yeah.
Okay, you just walk along there. People aren't going to notice you. They've got like wool or things over their ears as they're drilling. It's the light is not great because it's candlelight, obviously. There's 3 of them. 2 of them are like actively drilling, and the other one's just kind of like standing between the 2 of them, just kind of watching the process, maybe taking a break. That is the person that will notice you if you get close enough, or if you turn your lights on. But if you do that, it's up to you.
Alright, I go, hey!
You're like waving your arms and all that, trying to get attention.
Yes.
Okay, the person in the middle will notice you, and rear back, put his hand on the shoulders of the other 2 who power down the drills, and they take off their the things covering their ears. You can see all 3 of them are like the people that you encountered before. Their eyes are these huge bulging eyes with no like lids. And it looks as if they're like ready to just like fall out their skulls. They've all got pale skin, and they look quite scrawny. And one guy walks over to you. What are you guys doing down this section?
We were trying to figure out how to get out, and we'll find out, but then now we're trying to find it.
What section are you supposed to be in?
Honestly, even my compadres will know, and I go and get them.
Well, what section are you supposed to be in? What shift are you on?
Where are you guys at?
We're heading.
No. No, Richard will be with you. Sorry,
Yeah.
he's just trying to swallow something.
Okay, so when I see Richard, I'm like, hey, Richard, which section we supposed to be in, or where we supposed to go? Because I am lost for days.
We got told.
We're new
got told by the-
starts. New.
Yeah.
We're new.
Alright, but what shift are you on? Wait,
We were just told to come today.
the other guy like puts his drill down and walks over. What's wrong with you? Wait, and he like puts his hands on your face, Jeff. Just like turns your head slightly. What's with
Duh.
your eyes?
Well, what do you mean? What's going on?
Where did you come from?
There. Pointing over there.
He like looks back at those guys like, Harry, they've got their eyelids. It's like I don't need to get into any trouble with something like this. Where are you guys from?
I'm from Philadelphia.
Was called we were on a mining expedition, and then we took the wrong turn.
That too.
The 2 guys just look at each other and go, where are you supposed to be?
We're supposed to be above ground.
Yes.
I'm what's called assistant to Dr. Richard Palmer, and I just point to him as like Dr. Richard Palmer, and we're like rock specialists. So we're doing some geology. I'm like the
3
assistant.
guys kind of huddle and like have a whisper with each other, and you can kind of just overhear them go, "What if they're seekers?" No, it's like there can't be seekers. That's impossible.
I think we're seekers, guys.
The guys, one turns right. Like if you guys aren't meant to be here, the way out is just back that way, and it points back the other end of the passage. Just follow around there, and there's a stairway, and then there's an elevator you can take up top. Maybe you should go speak to the foreman. I mean, if you're not meant to be down here, then that's where you should go.
You know what?
Okay.
I actually like that. The foreman. Yes.
Okay, let's go then.
One of the guys grabs the other guy rather insistently on the upper arm, and he's like, "Are you sure about this?" And he just kind of just like, "Come on."
I think this is a dangerous thing we're doing.
It's like,
No, but I'm just kind of like trying to be like as relaxed as possible, and just kind of like just going, right, come
Why you
on, let's
all-
just go.
give me an investigation roll to see if you overhear anything else that can clue you in here. Because they do have they're trying not to be heard, but obviously
Oh,
you're in
Jesus.
such close proximity.
Yeah.
Betty's going to hear him say, "We have to tell the priest about this." And then the other guy's like, "I don't get paid enough for that kind of shit."
He's like, you get paid?
And I just go like back and go, we don't want any trouble. We just wanna go
Like,
our
we
way.
don't want
We're
any
at
trouble either.
Virgil.
Like, we're like, it's follow the path up there, go speak to someone. We never met, okay? I don't want to have anything to do with you people.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, and no problem. Thank you.
What you catch, Richard, the near shoe is when he's walking away, maybe you're like the last one to kind of walk away from them, and you can hear one of them muttering like what sounds like some kind of prayer. And because of the two people you bumped into that pleaded with you to take them to the church for the priest in the temple, the words that he's saying or the sounds he's making sounds like the kind of thing that the one, you remember one of them was like more kind of like dying, it was like praying to themselves. He's saying something that sounds just like what that guy was saying.
Oh, great.
So make a stress roll, please.
Yep. Yay.
As you realise, strikes you, maybe the others are thinking it, but it's striking you and it strikes fear into you that you are in the place where those people came from.
Is there a broom nearby or a brush or something?
Yes, there would be something like that to brush away.
Yep.
The
He's just
rock.
going to immediately just go make a beeline straight for that and start brushing the fucking mine floor.
Betty, Richard is clearly losing it again so soon after before. What would you like to
Yeah,
do?
I think
what's going on?
Babe's just like, what are you doing?
You guys do?
I'm like, we're so close, so close. That's what she's like. It's just like so close, so close.
Okay, but what
I'm
do you...
like, I go like that to him. Hey, buddy, like, we're gonna go and get some food because we're like really hungry, you know? So, right? Aren't you hungry as well? Yes. Let's go.
Right, I'll clean the
That's
room
a
on the way. I'll just get cleaning as we go.
You're able
Make
to...
sure everything looks great.
Yeah, you're able to usher Richard bit by bit away down the passage. The guys start up the drills again and just try to pretend that it's never happened. You just go down the passageway, you just turn right and you follow along. You just have to stop for a second as like a truck drives by you. Not like a full-size truck, but like a little, you know, the kind of little device you expect to see in a mine, pulling carts and stuff along. A little diesel-powered one just kind of chugs by you with a guy who just doesn't seem to really notice you. He goes down one passage off to the side and you just go past him towards you where you can clearly see there's like a larger elevator. Everything is lit by candle lights except the elevator here where there's like a small amber light to give it a kind of, you know, a better light source. And you just pile inside and you just hit the very obvious up button and it starts to just raise up. It'll only take it a few seconds to reach the top where it could clunk when you can undo the chain. There's a lot more people here. You can hear click clink, things getting mined and chiseled out. You can see people with wheelbarrows and shovels moving ore and rocks around. And as you step out of the mine into like the mine ground itself, where before it was very deserted and it had been deserted for decades, this seems to be a mine that's very much in full operation. There's trucks going by, there's train carts moving around, there's people all over the place yelling and moving things around and just taking action. Where your truck was before, it's not there. So yeah, your truck isn't there anymore. The cabin is still there. Below that on the slope where you investigated the other truck that'd be sitting there, there's now like a dozen cars and trucks lined up there, parked in a row. The whole place is very busy and alive, but it's not sunny, it's not daytime, it's like nighttime because the sky above you is filled, and Jeff will recognise this because he's seen it once before. It's filled with these dark, like fleshy material, and although it's so high up it's hard to really get a detailed look at it, you just have a sense of it moving above you. And we will flick back to Daniel, who is also under the same sky. When you sort of blink and realise it's not nighttime, Daniel, there's a truck ahead of you at the side of the road, and there's a man coming out of the truck walking over to you.
I spin in place, just and rub at my eyes just to like make sure I'm not seeing things.
He's like, hey, mister. Are you lost?
Stay right there.
The guy stops.
Don't come any closer.
Hey, hey, everything's okay. Are you alright? What are you doing out here all by yourself?
Oh, where am I?
This is Route 95, just outside Beatty.
I'm still in Beatty?
Well, we're not in Beatty. I mean, Beatty's a mile or so down the road, but yeah, we're in Nevada. Is that where you're supposed to be?
What's wrong with the sky?
The guy's got his hands up to show he's not harmed, but he kind of like walks slowly forward. The sky?
What's wrong with the sky?
You can see the man's eyes have that same wide, staring bulginess that you've seen previously. He doesn't look emaciated as the others did, although he is very or he's quite skinny. He's not super skinny.
But just
now, hey,
no eyelids.
what are you doing out here on your own? How did you get here?
Oh my god.
He slowly advances towards you. Like, clearly, trying not to be threatening, but just trying to get close enough to you.
Please, sir, don't come any closer.
Oh, okay, look, no harm. I just want to see your face. It's awfully dark and I can't see very well. Can you come closer into the headlights, just so I can see?
I'll still probably like gripping my cross too tight. Probably cutting my hand open with along the sharp edges of it. I'll step into the light and let him see my face.
And there's like an audible sort of gasp, intake of air from him. You're not from here, are you? You crossed over, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so, somehow.
Look, I'll explain on the way, but you need to come with me right now.
Ooh, ominous.
Any kind of read on this guy, like, is he genuine? Like, I feel like I know the answer, but
you can roll investigation.
Daniel's searching for
you get 2
any
dice.
side of...
No, actually, sorry, you
Yeah.
don't get 2 dice, because you're in the midst of your breakdown at the moment. So what psychosis did you pick for
that's right.
yourself?
Well, I had an idea for one, whereas, like, I mean, Daniel was always kind of like reliant on his cross, but I think the attachment's gone a lot more
Right.
extreme.
Okay, so
and now if I lose the cross, I basically cease to function.
Yeah, it is your whole world in focus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so
If that's acceptable. If not,
no,
I have a backup.
that's great. I like that. Because obviously you're going to be super protective over it and all the rest of it, and just irrational because that is more important than your very life even. Because your life depends on it in your eyes. That's fine. Roll me 1 dice investigate.
Oh,
In your state, I mean, maybe he is, but you're having a real hard time just taking this in.
prove to me you're not gonna hurt me.
I'm not armed. Look, if I wanted to hurt you, bud, mister, I would hurt you. I would attack you on sight, right? Listen, my name's Patrick Palmer. I'm a professor. I'm a scientist. I'm not from here either.
Patrick Paul. Yeah. Davis.
What was that?
Davis. You
know Davis? You know Scott?
You're from our side.
Possibly, he says. Look, we can talk about this on the way, but we can't stay here right now. Get in the truck. I'll drive you to my place. We can talk. I'll explain everything I can to you. I promise. I'm not here to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. But the others, they might not understand.
I think that convinces Daniel, but I fully do not trust this man. So I think, keeping as much distance as I can between Daniel and Patrick, he'll kind of comply, but at all times he's like, he's holding the cross between him and Patrick at all times.
Yeah, and the guy's like, look, it's a bit weird, but he seems a little on edge himself. You get in the side of the pickup truck, he gets in the driver's side, and the engine's still running. So he just like puts on, like, starts driving past the diner, northwards up the trail. At first you're in silence. Do you want to like ask him anything?
What happened to your eyes?
It's going to be difficult to explain.
I think I've seen enough.
Things are not the same here. They're not going to be easy to understand. But
I think I've seen enough strange things to handle whatever you're about to explain. Please try.
You might think that, but it gets crazier. I crossed over like you not so long ago. I mean, how did you have the machine? Was there a doorway? I mean, how did you get here?
Machine. No, it's there was a man, a creature. It killed them.
He like brings the truck to a stop. What do you mean? What did it look like? Was it a man?
It looked like a man.
But it wasn't a man?
No, his arms stretched and he was shot and he didn't stop. And
how long ago was this?
Just a second ago. It was right in front of me where I was standing, and then it was like the lights went out and I was here.
So you just crossed? Was there anything that would constitute like a doorway or a machine?
No, one minute I was facing the creature, the next I was alone and you were walking towards me.
Starts up the engine again. So you're saying it's already crossed over the Seeker, and you've seen it and survived. Do you have anything on you? Do you have anything like strange, like a talisman or a piece of brass?
Daniel just kind of looks at the cross that's just held in such a vice grip in his hand and pats himself down like, no, I just this.
I don't understand. Okay, right. Let's get back to my place. We'll figure it out. It just happened. That just doesn't make much sense. Was there a bomb test? Were you near the bomb site?
No, I was by the diner.
Okay, how
exactly where I was standing.
Are they still doing bomb tests where you're from?
Yes.
When was the last one? Like how long ago?
I don't know. Wasn't exactly keeping track of that.
He like grabs both hands on the wheel and looks forward. It's like shit. Right. Okay. We'll figure this out. Okay. Okay. And he just keeps driving along. And it's not that long a drive before you get to the entrance of where he's going, and there's a big sign that you pass that says Starchild Ranch as you like pull in up in front of the building, and he turns off the engine. So you guys back at the mine.
Sorry.
Flick back here. Obviously it would be much darker than this for you guys. You just come out, the mine is alive, it's busy. What do you want to do?
Yeah, we're going to the super. Right?
What I found
No,
funny is
I thought we were just getting out of there because he gave us the way out of there where we're going.
Yeah, yes, you think he's given us the way out, yes.
Yeah. Let's just try and
We're
see
just like,
if it
right.
Well, you're at the entrance of the mine that you had entered originally. I mean, you've came out from a different opening, obviously. You're like lower down on all the slopes here. But the scene is like familiar, even though it's not exactly the same as it was when you were here not that long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's cars parked and all that. There's trains, like I said. So I mean, from there, you just can discuss yourselves what you want to do.
It's like I think I've got everything that I need from here.
Right, we'll tell each other. You need to communicate in character.
That's what I'm saying to them.
Yeah,
I'm
What-
ready for something to eat. I'm quite
What-
hungry now.
Betty, what exactly do you have for your story? Because currently, all I think we've got is a really good fiction tale.
you ain't
Well,
wrong.
Like
yeah.
I've read stories like this. I don't think it's a good thing for you to write about. If I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna make you look insane. Because I kind of feel very insane with the whole situation. But I can at least make sense that the fact that all we've seen so far is just enough to drive me quite a bit crazy. Give me a second. You got some dust in your shoulder. He just wipes off some dust off of Betty's shoulder. Whether the
Yeah,
dust was there or not is questionable.
Betty takes that as like a condescension because she's been what's called, management, newspaper guys have been like treating her that way for like ages, and she's just like, she's so angry. She's like,
See what you did? You made her
Listen.
angry.
yeah, I'm like, listen here.
Jeff, if you
I
read
have
this, would you
photos,
think?
I have photos, I have stuff, evidence that is, this could be a breaking point for me. Okay, kiddo?
Is that really Betty's concern just now, or is that just what you're like hanging on to because everything else around you is just too weird?
Yes, I think she's just like, she's still in what's called
Denial.
in newspaper. Well, she's not in denial. I think
That sounds like
she's
denial.
just
That sounds like
she's-
denial.
a wee bit, but I think she's just in sort of kind of like, I want to make this story.
Right, but given
and I
the
want-
enormity of what's like facing you in front of you, that you are no longer in the world that you thought you should be in, like not being able to comprehend that sounds like you're in denial because you're like blocking all that out and you're just focusing on the story, which is a more mundane, accomplishable task. Does that not sound
yeah,
right?
yeah, okay. She's a wee bit in denial, I suppose.
Now you can cling to that, and that can be her thing because I mean Richard's doing that with the cleaning and stuff. But I mean you can't just ignore what's like happening around you. You know what I mean? Like you've got to take it in that context.
Are those Hoovers as good as you said they were?
Also, without trying to just be silly.
I'm not being silly. I'm just making light of the situation because we've went through something. She's just making.
Okay. But while you're saying that, I mean Richard is clearly losing the plot.
Yeah, like he doesn't even know he's cleaning. He just knows it needs done. Like just the dust needs to get removed. Like things, we need to make sure things are sensible. He's not really talking much sense at all. Really, he is pretty much afraid toothbrush.
So he's doing that. Betty's trying to like lighten it and maybe try to relax him. What are you doing, Jeff? Or what are you thinking? Glenn,
Yeah.
what's Jeff thinking?
Jeff is wondering what the hell's going on. He is writing everything he needs to see, and yeah.
Well, you and Betty are the more together ones at the moment.
Yeah.
So what are you going to decide to do?
Oh, I wanted to go to Super, but they said that they wanted to go out and eat. But I don't think it's time to eat. I think it's time to figure out where we're at. And I don't think we should be. And see, when it comes to the whole like how they looked at us, I don't think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, and I mean looking around, although it's poorly lit, because you'd expect like lots of floodlights and things like that so everybody can see what they're doing, but everybody seems to be going by like candlelight, like very, very low amber dim lights where there are ones. So it's hard for you to like make things out. You're just seeing like the outlines of things pretty much. Your night vision is very strained because there is no moonlight or starlight.
Yeah. So also, if we do go out, we have to figure out how to blend in such. So
Yeah.
Betty, if you want to do all that, or I can do all that, but
Well, I was thinking Betty had an idea.
We need to tell people.
So, you know how they said, like, they've got no eyelashes?
No eyelids,
Let's-
but yes.
Island.
Oh, eyelids, okay.
They're not able to close their eyes. Their eyes just look like they're about to pop out their skull. But yes.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say about, like, maybe we should all cut off our eyelashes.
How about no? How about
We
this?
could-
How about
It's very dark.
I
Or we
mean,
could.
It's very dark at a distance, they wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay.
what era we're in again? We're in the 60s, 70s, when?
1955. I can't believe I have to tell you that.
50s. So, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to look. I was gonna say let's get shades, but I'm like, I don't think shades were designed then.
They had shades in the 50s, but there's none
Yeah,
around
they
here.
had. They had in the.
It's nearly
the
pitch black.
50s.
Why would anyone need sunglasses?
Exactly. All right, forget that plan.
I said
And
it's
I
that
think that
dark
we-
though. Nobody else is going to be able to see the details of your face unless they're pretty close.
I think it's dark as well that we should just be like, do this in the morning. I don't like doing things in the dark. If it scares me.
Okay. Looking at the sky though, how would you tell if it's morning or not?
Well, I don't know. I just know that we have to just go somewhere and get something to eat because she's hungry.
Eddie, listen, I understand that, but think about it. If we're over here walking around with with eyelids, people are gonna look at us crazy, and then they're gonna tell, and then we're gonna get in trouble.
But we're gonna get in trouble if we're walking around there.
Okay, what do you have in mind then?
Well, what I had in mind is that what's called we were gonna go and search for the priest.
Okay, Richard,
That's what I had in mind.
what's your take on it, Richard?
Whoever they were, we creeped them out. I don't really trust what they're saying, but I don't have any better idea if they're saying that's the way out. Well, I don't like what they're saying. Give me a second. It takes like a minute to sort of try and get some dust again from his trousers that is there or not. Can I borrow your jacket? I just need to make sure. And again, you're probably going to need to take him a moment to just kind of make him focus back on the conversation.
Okay, I just go. I'm like, all right, let's go eat. Let's see what happens. I'm curious, though I'm cautious. I'm curious. Let's go and find something to eat.
Okay, that sounds great.
Right, how do you suppose you're going to go somewhere to eat? You're standing here
Well-
at this, overlooking this mine. I mean, where are you going? How are you going to get there?
That's what I was saying. I'm like, okay, yeah. So where do we go, Betty?
Is there any cars there?
I just said yes.
What a
There's a
Grand Theft Auto
line
thing.
of vehicles parked. Probably
Can we see
the
where
workers'
our
vehicles.
car is?
No, I already described this. Your car is not where you left it. You do not
Oh,
see a
is
car
it?
in that position.
Okay,
Exactly,
well, we
so-
just take one of their cars then.
Are you trying to get us in more trouble?
All right.
People
okay.
with eyelids are going to take a car, and oh god.
Well, they would have to see you closely to know you didn't have eyelids, like I said. They're not going to recognise you at a distance. But if you let them get close, then there's a chance they would recognise that.
Regardless.
Your car's not there, so if you want a vehicle, you probably would have to borrow or steal one.
I have a slight idea, but no, it's not gonna work.
So they don't have alarms because there was no alarms on cars
No
in
car
those
alarms,
days.
though.
Yeah, so it's not as
Very
if we can make any noise. You need to do the, I don't know, in old
So
movies
you,
it said
you want to
about the
steal a
wire
car.
thing.
Betty wants to steal a car.
Exactly. That's not a good idea.
Richard's probably not in a state of mind to really argue with whatever the plan is. So what do you think,
Yeah.
Jeff?
I think this is a crazy idea.
Do you have
There
an
could be stuff in the car that could be of interest.
Do you have a better
Hold
idea?
on. Hold on. Roll on.
I mean, I'm not sure you should roll to decide. You should just decide as a character.
I break. All right, I take the. No, fuck that, because it's like. No, it's actually that was an ideal die. That's what I'm gonna start doing more.
Okay, so what are you saying back to Betty?
I'm like, all right, pick the car.
You just walk over to the line of
Okay.
vehicles. Now, how do you want to do this? Because obviously, it's a fairly high probability somebody might have just left their keys in the vehicle. This is the place of work. You know, it's the 50s. People were a lot more trusting in certain, especially in rural towns and stuff. So I mean, also hot wiring a car, I don't think is too difficult, and I think Jeff would know how to do that. So I mean, how do you want to go about it?
Well, one, I say pick a car to Betty.
Yeah. So I just like sneakily just look to see, do I see any cars that have got what's keys in it?
Looking through the windows in the darkness, I don't think you'll see any that have got the key in the ignition. But if you were to see, this is what I mean. I don't want to be suggesting stuff to him. I'd like you guys to give me more feedback.
No, listen.
But if you want to like try the doors to see if they're open, you could do that.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. I asked her to pick a car. Pick a car.
Okay, I picked the nearest car to like the nearest exit.
Okay, so the one nearest the exit, so not necessarily the closest to you, but the one nearest the end of the line of cars that are parked there.
Yeah, so that we can just like get away.
Okay, so it is a truck, not too unlike the truck you drove up in, but a lighter colour. I don't think it's white, but like a very pale green, but it's hard to see when the light is so poor.
Any logos on it?
No signs or anything on it. No, it's like a private vehicle.
Okay, Betty, write this down.
Okay.
IOU. Sorry, bud. I had to go somewhere fast.
Okay.
Right. So is the window down? Is the door unlocked?
Well,
I'll
why
check all
don't
that
you
before
roll me a dice? We'll see if it's locked.
Investigation. Should I also go with number 2 since I?
No,
Did
just
that
one
sound
dice
right?
because
I
I'm just
apologize.
going for like luck, whether it's locked or not. It's locked.
Okay. Time to pick it. Pick. Don't ask me how I know that.
You can roll 2 dice for that because of your mechanics experience. Yep, you go
I'm too
into.
paranoid.
You just look into the back of the truck, and there's the perfect type of tool that you need to kind of slide down and unlock the door. You know, like when you put that.
Jimmy.
When you used to put the coat hanger through or whatever to like unlock it.
Yeah.
You can do like just like that, just like unlock it that way. And then once you're inside, you're very familiar with this type of vehicle. You know how to get it started without the key. That is not going to be a problem at all. But
Right.
while you're doing this and you're just taking apart the dashboard to get to the wiring, you're just struck with this familiarity of the truck, the sky, the darkness, and when you experienced this before. And you're acutely aware of the little brass ornament that you were carrying with you, the thing that you found in that car, and the weight of it in your pocket. Like, just at that moment, you just become very aware of it on your person.
Interesting.
Roll stress.
I don't know. Oh no.
You reach into the pocket and pull the little brass thing out, and it's just the symbols on it are glowing orange, just ever so slightly. And then you can roleplay your fear.
Alright, so when he takes it out, he's hyperventilating. He's in full. He's just, it looks like he's standing there, but he's just hyperventilating, looking at the brass. And a little drool comes out.
Betty,
Eyes dilate.
you see Jeff gets down there, starts hot wiring it, and then just kind of stops, and then he's like panting.
Okay. Do I see do I see the glowing thing?
You probably see, maybe from your point of view, it probably looks like he might be holding a candle for just a second before the light extinguishes.
Are you okay, bud?
Crippled. Where's Richard?
Have you got this started?
Still crippled.
Do you want me to drive?
We're talking to a
Apologies,
person that's
I was
crippled
muted.
free.
Richard would probably been with Jeff when Jeff had the breakdown.
Do you not think that might take you out of the breakdown when you see him acting that way?
He's alright. He's just a bit manic with the sort of the cleaning and trying to handle the situation.
I mean, neither of you are having a breakdown right now. You're just stressed, right? Breakdowns when it's like
just stressed.
maxed.
Also, I'm functional.
Yeah, I mean, you can recover. It can take you a minute, but you'll recover. You're very low in the stress thing.
Yeah, and I put the brass in my pocket, and I engine. I'm like, put that letter on when I drive out. Put the letter on the floor.
The engine hums into life, and you reverse the truck out. The three of you want to squeeze in the front, or one of you want to jump in the back?
We'll just all squeeze
Shotgun.
to the front.
Where are you going?
We're going to the nearest cafe.
Surely we know how to get back to Beatty.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Everything looks the same apart from the
Yeah.
sky's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
as long as
I-
the roads are not the same, yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine, like, yeah. So a bit more eloquently, Richard would try to say, like, no, we should try head to Beatty. Everything looks the same except for the thing I'm not going to look at.
Okay. Go then.
You drive down the slope, wind your way down, you know, taking your time, giving way, trying not to draw any attention to yourselves, trying not to look anyone like straight in the face as you're passing them. You get to the edge of the thing where the gates are, and there's one of those God, what they call the barriers that go up and down. And you know, you drive up, and the guy just like opens the barrier for you and waves you through, and he's just absent-mindedly waving people past, and you just drive past them out onto the main road, and then head back up towards Beatty. Return to Daniel.
Start.
Okay, Daniel, so you pull into the Starchild Ranch.
Just for clarification, I reset it, but I reset it to 1 stress, right?
You set it in at 0. No,
Oh,
you're
you set it to
you're
0,
right.
okay.
1. Yes, 1. The minimum 1.
Oh, okay, good. Just wanted to make sure I did it right. Also, I struck out Father Albert.
Cool. Yeah, so you pull into this ranch, and the man identifying himself as Patrick Palmer stops, and he goes, Come on inside. I don't think there shouldn't be anyone else coming up here anytime soon, but you know, just keep a lookout. So
Still
there's
very wary, but yeah, I'm
you-
choosing to kind of trust this guy a little bit.
yeah, you haven't been to the ranch yet. There's like the main building.
No.
There's I know this was like a second house, but there's like another building that's like a barn with a tractor in it. And there's various like vehicles without wheels and things like that just sitting around, as well as like farming equipment, and like materials for like putting up posts and things like that. The ranch house itself, I mean, it's not in the worst state. You've definitely seen more dilapidated buildings, but you know, it doesn't look, I wouldn't say it's well maintained. He gets up on the decking and just like opens the door and like steps inside. There are no lights.
Very tentatively step in after him.
The interior is like a large open room. There's like a massive kitchen on the left side, and on the right side there's like a couple of doors and a wall, and it's all like wood paneling. This massive space in the middle, there's just like a large like a picnic bench thing across the center with seats on either side. There's like a soft furnished single seater off to one side. What immediately is strange to you, there's no like television or radio or lights anywhere. Like there's no fittings hanging from the ceiling or anything like that. It's quite sparse looking. And the kitchen, as far as you can see in this sort of near pitch darkness, doesn't look like messy or have any pans lying around or anything like that. The man like goes into the kitchen, reaches under a shelf, and pulls out and sets like a little gas lamp on the table in the center, and it kind of illuminates the space, and he's like using his hand to physically shield his eyes from the light. Sorry it's so dark in here. I've kind of become used to it.
Why is this the only light? Where's...
They have no needs for lights. You see, this isn't something that's just happened here. I mean, you've just arrived, and I'm only a little while ahead of you here, but this world, this place, has been like this for a very long time. I don't know all the details of the history. I know what I've been shown and what partaking in this world has allowed me to know, if that makes sense. There's a certain experience and things are shared with you that you have knowledge of, but I don't know the ins and outs of the history. I just know you know, like a streamlined version of the events. I've no concept of like the time when they happened or the people that were involved. So I can answer your questions, but I'm not sure how satisfying my answers will be. As frustrating as that sounds, and believe me, I know I've been in where you're sitting right now. But we don't have a great deal of time. You just arrived here. When was the last time you ate or drank?
Must have been not too terribly long ago. It was morning.
Okay, well then we have some time. There's nothing here you can eat. This world is dead. There is nothing you can drink. If we can't somehow return you, you're going to die of thirst. Or hunger.
How have you survived?
The same way everyone else here survives. That thing in the sky, it's a living god. And because of it, the people here do not die.
And how do you mean it's a god?
What it is exactly might not be accurate, but it's when you've tasted what it offers, you are touched by something that I could only describe as divine. There's no other way to describe it, and the only thing that could bestow that experience on you is a creature of divinity. It is worshipped, it was called here. For all intents and purposes, it is a god, a real physical god. You can see it. If you could reach high enough, you could touch it.
And your eyes.
That's tougher to explain. But it's not really relevant. It doesn't matter just now. But if you were to make the same mistake I made, you would be stuck here the same as me, and you would end up the same as me. It's inevitable. So we have to figure out how you got here and how we can get you back.
I don't know. There was anything that happened. It just...
What do you know? I mean, you saw this creature, and that sounds to me like the Seeker. I'm not sure anyone's seen a Seeker and survived the way you have. So you've been very fortunate in that you crossed when you did, perhaps, unless it's doomed you to a fate arguably worse.
What is a Seeker? There were others like you that crossed on over to our side, and they were...
Wait, what do you mean, others like me?
There were just... All at once, it seemed like there was a handful of people that clearly came from this side that appeared in Beatty.
What?
And they were asking about David, the priest.
The minister? Yes, the priest of the temple. Okay, well that makes sense. If they were in your world, our world, they would need the priest, because otherwise how would they get the rain? That's what they need to survive. Without the rain, or he just pauses for a second as he realizes what he's saying. So how many people are we talking about?
I forget the exact number, but I know it was like... I know there was the one that Daniel saw, and then the man and the woman. I want to say it's like 4 or 5.
Okay, 4 or 5 people, and they're dead. Yes.
Yes, they were talking about the rain, and they were asking about the preacher. And whenever we brought them to him, I think it was the wrong one.
Of course, they went there thinking he could give them rain, but he's a Christian preacher. He doesn't know anything about this. Daniel, there's... Sorry, did you tell me your name already?
No, he didn't, but
Okay, well, you know your name, Daniel. It's like,
yeah.
what's your name, by the way?
Daniel Ford.
Daniel. Are you a scientist, Daniel?
No, I'm a pastor.
Right, okay. Daniel, I did something very wrong, very shameful. And I think because of what I've done, what I've tampered with, it's interacted with other variables in this place that we're in. And it's caused this sequence of events. It's brought you here, perhaps, and it's taken people out of here that belong here. And it's brought me here. Now I cannot leave, and that's my punishment for my mistakes, but these other people, I mean, they're innocent. They're being whisked away from a life which is not a life like me and you know it, but it is a life, and dying for no good reason. And I don't want the same thing to happen to you or anyone else. You know, I thought I was doing something to help people. You said you know Scott, the Dr. Davis?
No, I didn't know him. It's a long story. We were investigating. We were investigating Alan Grant. He disappeared on our side, and I think his double from this side came over, and
You said we investigate. You're a minister. You're investigating, but you're a minister. I don't understand.
no. Sorry, there's a lot. A woman, a reporter named Betty Booth, contacted me when she found these strange symbols that Alan Grant had carved all over the garage whenever he reappeared after going missing. He drew all these symbols and then died. And Betty was trying to
when you
investigate
say that,
this.
he walks back over, opens up a cupboard and opens up a drawer, and comes over with like papers and spreads it in front of you. And he's like, "Well, you're still talking. Sorry, symbols like this."
I'm assuming they are.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel just kind of points out. It's like, yes, exactly. She called me because I'm a bit of an expert on theology and mythology and just symbols like this, and she wanted to know if I could make sense of it, and I could some of it, and he'll point to like the strange inverted cross symbol and like some of the goat-ish symbols. And it's like, these ones I don't quite understand. I didn't recognize.
So the strange cross, upside down cross like symbol with the eye thing.
Yeah.
This is the symbol of Shunirath, that the god in the sky. This is the being that they've summoned here to protect them. The rest of this is all, this is all religious symbolism that I'm not so familiar with, but this is their symbol. This is what they worship. It makes sense you scroll this if he was in pain or desperate need. He was probably pleading for his god to come and save him.
So that means Alan Grant disappeared, probably crossed over here, and then his double from this side crossed over to ours and died.
That would sound just like something that could happen, yes. But this is even more serious than that, though, Daniel. If you've seen the Seeker on our side, that means our world is under threat. The Seeker it's not a machine, but it's a servant for an alien race. They call them the Odumbrali, the living shadows. And they are the reason why Shunirath was summoned here. This world was in desperate need of someone to save them from these beings and their servants, who only exist to torture people and to drain them of their life. And in their desperation, they turn to this darkness, this god, to protect them. And when it came to protect them, it enveloped the whole world and plunged it into darkness. And that darkness keeps the Odumbrali at bay. Now the Seekers are still here, but they're next to powerless because of Shunira's presence. But if they can cross over to our world, there is nothing to protect us.
Okay. Right. What about the Tillinghast machine?
So you know about the machine?
Yes, we went to I think Davis's Scott's RV, and they said the government took him away, but
Is he okay?
I don't know. But we broke in and, searching for information, answers, and we found his research. Your research, the blueprints to the machine. By the sounds of it, Scott's trying to look for you.
If he was able to, you suspect the man would tear up at this point. Because you can tell by the wincing of his, the corners of his mouth. But no tears form. He was looking for me. Still.
It seemed to... It seems so, yes. What... This place, this is the Starchild Ranch. How is this place connected?
There was a man from New York by the name of Eric Lund. Him and his friend, Miss Nordstrom, they came to this ranch. They set it up after discovering Tillinghast.
I kind of got weirded out by the weird creeping crying child there.
She wants attention. She got something.
That was the cat? I thought that was a
Yeah, that was the
I
cat.
got fucking creeped.
Said alley cat noises she makes.
Yeah, she makes crazy.
He's like,
Cat
he's
noises.
like Eric Lund and Miss Nordstrom. They learned of Tillinghast, who was a brilliant man. He had visions and knowledge beyond anything of anyone before in his particular fields. And I discovered some of his writings, and then I was able to track down where his belongings had been taken. Eric London, Miss Nordstrom, they had purchased these things from Long Island University and brought it here because it's remote. This was before Vegas started taking off and before the military started their testing. And I don't know, I think they were trying to hide it here. They didn't realise its full potential. They wanted it hidden. They wanted to stop anyone experimenting with it. And it was only now that I realised how right they were. But I was so intent on following up on Tillinghast studies, I befriended Eric, gained their trust, and then I used that to take the machine and try to operate it. And that's what brought me here. So you see, this is where I crossed over. This is where the machine was. It was here in the basement at Starchild Ranch. But when I crossed over, the machine wasn't here. I don't think I'm not sure how I thought it operated, but I imagined it was something like the time machine from Jules Verne, and the machine itself would transport you away. But I don't think that can't be how it works. I was transported, but the machine never came with me, and I found myself trapped here.
Oh, the machine is probably still at Starchild Ranch.
Well, there is a machine here in this world, but it's not here at the ranch. I know where it is, and I'm guessing we will need to try and access it somehow if we're to return you to where you came from.
Where is it?
There is a holy site not far from here in the mountains. The mountain itself is an extinct volcano range. It's a massive caldera. At the centre of this caldera, they have a
It
monument.
has pillars.
Yes, hundreds of them. And at its centre is an altar where they make sacrifices and offerings to their god to appease them, to bring the rain in times of drought. They've taken the machine there. They don't know how to operate it. I've shared some knowledge with them about my findings, but I didn't want anyone travelling anywhere. I realised too late that we should not be trifling with these kind of abilities.
Jeffrey has the piece.
What's that?
Somehow, one of the others, Jeffrey, he found a piece that we think is the key to the machine. I don't. And he'll describe the piece.
I wasn't wrong. It did malfunction.
I guess.
Kez smiles to himself like that. You get a sense of the arrogance that this man is filled with, or was filled with. And it just rises to the surface for a moment as he's almost like patting himself on the back.
Yeah, I fucked up, but I was right. Yeah. But you would know how to make it work.
Of course.
So you could send me back.
I believe so, yes. Although, there is one more aspect. No one crosses intact. There is a transmutation of some sort. It allows you to exist in the other world. I'm not entirely sure what the end effect might be to cross and then cross back again.
But I crossed.
Yes, but the frequency or the amplitude of your particle wave fields has been altered. That's why you're in phase with this reality. Otherwise, you would be out of phase and you could not exist here. Those things need to be realigned in order to send you back. But you can't simply realign the basis of reality without something changing. You understand?
I think so.
The understanding is irrelevant, but the bottom line is, if you stay here, you can only be one of two ways. You either die, or you drink the rain, and you become like the rest of us. Your only other option is to go home, and you must go home. If the seeker is there, even if it's just one of them, you need to return home and you need to extinguish it before it is able to perform whatever duties it needs to perform to enable the Adambruli to manifest in our world.
How do I destroy it? How do I extinguish it?
I don't know. They only stopped it here by summoning a god. You'll have to improvise.
Simple policy, just summon God.
Yeah, you know.
If there is only one, then they haven't gained a foothold. Perhaps it is still early enough for you to do something the people here did not realise until it was too late.
I'm still. Why Starchild? I had a dream before I even received a call from Betty about that name.
Well, you're the religious man, you tell me. And then we'll cut back to the mine. Sorry, BT is where you are now. Let's go to BT. Glim had to run off, so I'm going to assume he's there with you guys. You guys can just dictate what happens though.
Yeah.
Okay, Betty. If everyone here doesn't have eyelids, and we have eyelids, where the hell are we supposed to go? Like, I understand, like, the game was to get here. I got that. And Glim's asleep in the back, like... Sorry, not Glim. Jeff's asleep in the back seat or something, right?
Imagine Jeff's just driving, just silently driving. He'll just,
That makes more sense.
yeah, he'll just do what you tell him to,
Yeah.
basically.
I feel now like this is not where we are supposed to be. I think we need to go back.
I mean, you'll pass several vehicles on the roads going to and from the mine. Whatever time it is just now, it must be later in what they determine a day is, because it looks as if like the shift is ending at the mine and people are leaving.
I mean, I understand that, but when we walked down a cave, and you and Jeff appeared in front of me. You didn't walk. I didn't see you walking towards me. You just were there.
Yes, and we
like,
were following you.
Yeah, no.
You
What
took
I'm
us
saying,
here.
no, I didn't take you anywhere. What I'm saying is, I was sitting there recovering from the nightmare, and then you appeared, and then not long after, Jeff appeared. And I'm not saying you walked. I'm not saying you walked through a door, you closed the door. You weren't there, and then you were there. So I know you're saying we need to go back. I get that. This is wrong. I understand. I get that. I just don't know how. This isn't like I walked down a path and then I can just backtrack my steps back. There's no path. I walked down the path, turned around, and it's a wall. There's no path. We need to figure out how to get back.
Yes, and we will figure out how to get back.
Yeah, and what I'm asking is, how?
I think we need to do what Jeff said about speaking to a supervisor.
Imagining Richard just gobsmacked, stupefied, wordless.
I think, like, in Richard, he's seeing us as still the same answer of, yeah, but we just need to go back the way we came from, even though Richard's desperately saying, we don't know the way back.
But somebody there might know the way back, might guide us to go back.
But these people are eyeless, and we've got eyes. And I don't know if maybe you
yes,
didn't
but they
quite
might
grasp.
want us to. They might want us to go back to where we came from. No, not disturb their situation.
Right. Maybe you're not quite getting us back. So we're somewhere we're not supposed to be, and the people here don't have eyelids. Remember the people that didn't have eyelids back in our place? We thought, oh no, something horrible happened to them. I think we're in the place those eyelid people is, and I'm worried when are we gonna drop down dead, because those people all drop down dead suddenly, and we're in their place. Are we just gonna drop down dead?
Right. Okay.
Wait, no. They talked about the temple. The church, like the priest person. They talked about that, but that's who we need to find. Maybe they know the answer.
No, I don't think we should go to them. I think they're going to be the ones that turn us into these ogie pogie people.
No.
Well, I'm logic, so and I see it as in we need to go back to the mine.
I imagine Jeff's probably thinking the same thing as Richard when you're saying go back to the mine. Are you insinuating that you should go back and cross the way you came? Because
Yes.
I imagine for both of them, the trauma of what happened when you cross is almost debilitating. And to think of having to go through that again is just not something they would be willing to do. I'm surprised,
Yeah.
Betty, it would be something you'd be willing to do.
Yeah, like it's.
But at the same time, I'm thinking we're in this weird place. I want to just, even if it takes this trauma thing, we need to get back.
So that's fine. I get that she's thinking that's the only way. Logically, I know we could do it. But I also want to impart that Betty, having been through the same extreme experience they've been through, to your mind, Betty, even trying to remember what just happened is so like traumatic and painful that like there's no natural way you would ever put yourself through that again. Like I wouldn't express it's just
But
that
I
it was
would
that
like-
intense.
Yeah, but I'm thinking how Betty would be feeling like.
Yeah, but imagining that, you would try to. The way to imagine it is you'd be voluntarily throwing yourself in a fire, waiting for all of your flesh to burn off for years,
Yeah.
to then move through.
So
like I'm pretty sure you based it on the story of the Jaunt.
I'm
right?
getting
'Cause-
I'm getting what you're saying about she's like logically that's the only way back, and that is what she's thinking. But at the same time, like inside Betty, like you can't do that again. Your mind would not survive the experience of going through it again. You know what I mean? So
Yes, but I'm thinking about what Jeff had said about the soup person, the supervisor, and how
Soup
to get through.
The super. Yes. No, I get that. You're thinking that must be the way back. If only, but you're also going to be like, but there must be a way to do it without going through that again, because you
Yes,
all understand.
and speaking
you can't do it that
to
way.
someone at the mine
Yeah,
is
no,
going
that's
to
fine.
get us. Yeah,
That's fine. I don't have a
is going
problem
to
with that
get
part.
back-
I just wanted in part that none of you are going to consider doing it the same way again. Do you know what I mean?
No, I was just thinking maybe we were going to go there, and maybe he has a different
Try and find another
person.
way. Yeah.
Yes, I had
No,
another
yeah,
way.
that's fine. I just wanted to make sure like we're on the same page with that part of it. But obviously, Richard, you don't think go back to the mine is a possibility. You'd rather try the
feel like-
priest, but Betty, you obviously think going to the
Yeah.
priest is a bad idea
I
because
feel
you would be
like
giving
But it's
yourself over to these
more-
people.
So we
Feel-
might need to change the situation, because obviously, if we got out of the mine to then get in a car to then drive back to BT to then drive back to the mine.
I'm imagining you're having this conversation on the road to BTA. You're between towns at the moment. It's a very short drive. I mean, we said it was like a 5-10 minute drive, but I mean, you can drive around. You can go right through town and continue up the highway. You can do what you want. I need to jump off 1 second because this cat's like on my keyboard.
I have to impress your cat's meows are really like the real are. I genuinely thought it was like someone else had a baby crying in the background. Like genuinely,
Yes,
the cry sounded
she-
so much.
She is so needy at night. Like, meow. Needy. She's such a needy cat.
Just wants all the affections.
Yeah, but we give her loads of affection. She gets loads of treats. She gets, she's a wee pampered cat, she's like, I want attention now. Sometimes it's just, what she does is she takes my socks or the presents. So basically, if I've got, socks in the clothes horse, she will take the socks off the clothes horse to give to John or give to myself. This has been quite challenging because I think I've got about probably 100 pairs of socks, but now I'm like, I've constantly having to buy socks because she then hides the socks, and it's really, she hides them in the oddest of places as well, so it's like, it's really bad.
I'm imagining, so just underneath the couch, one month in the future, it's just like, oh, here's the other 79 pairs of
Yeah.
lone socks.
There was one and it was like a whole year, and I was like, oh, I remember these socks if I got them in. She'd like totally, I don't know where she'd hidden them because we'd hoovered all the carpets and stuff like that, and like time after time. And I have no idea where she hid these, but she hid them somewhere,
Oh, cats.
She is. She's a bit of a character. The other one's like a wee puppy. I think she thinks of herself as the puppy.
Well, I mean, one of them is absolutely terrified of me. The other, less so. Still doesn't like me, but still terrified.
Yeah. There's one that just kind of like when, like Suki, she'll just kind of like, she'll go between people's legs and stuff like that. She likes to do that. Because she likes to know that she's top cat. She likes to get the attention. She thinks of people that enter the house, they're her minions in a sense. the other cat, Sibby, which is she's bigger but chubbier. Yeah, she gets really petrified, but with guests, she doesn't like guests. However, she gets used to them eventually because she's gotten used to a few people that come up regularly. So, yeah. But yeah, she's just a big puppy, that one, the bigger one. The other one is just a wee bit sassy.
They're absolutely adorable, though.
They are so cute. I think Paula would totally love Sibby.
Like, Paula definitely wants a lap cat.
Yeah. Suki's more a lap cat. Suki's just like, she just sits on you. Sibby, she sits next to you, but she does the rolling, you know, like the rolling on the back to say, like, look at me, I'm so cute.
Right,
You know?
I had to feed her to shut up because she never ate her lunch today. She decided she wanted it now after wasting half a tin.
So what
That's
sort
gonna
of
be
cat
cat.
are you gonna get?
No idea.
You're going to get
It's-
one, but then you'll never be able to go on your holidays.
Yeah, I don't know where Laura's decided to say when. I was just sort of like, we're still
I
in the sort of
actually
unsure.
actually have like the best cat sitter person. Like she's like registered cat sitter. She like does it for nothing, but I think people have to pay on the agency, but it's like very minimum pay.
My brother
it's like hardly anything.
Still goes on holiday twice a year, Callum. They've got a cat, they just put it into one of the little hotel things while they're away.
Yeah, but like if you
Oh, the
have
catteries.
somebody,
Yeah. Their
If you
cat was
have
like
somebody,
an outdoor cat that
like-
was very independent.
yeah, but if you have
Yes, your friend
somebody
does
like
it and blah blah blah, but he doesn't have a cat just now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, where were we? Yes.
Okay, so
you're
we were
on the road
deciding-
between towns and you're deciding like what your next step is.
I think we should take a role to do this each.
I don't know. Decide. I don't like him rolling dice to decide
Okay.
things. People don't roll dice to decide in real life. They make decisions based on what they want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we're
I only-
conflicting.
The only times I
I
do it is
feel-
where I'm equally divided between two choices, and that's it. And usually I do it more to get an idea of which one of these two is that one I really want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's usually that's where it's like I flip it and I'm like, okay, that's what that choice said, but I don't want to do that choice. Okay, then I've decided it's the other one.
Yes,
like
yes, that's
where
fine.
I
That-
only
yeah.
do
Because
that.
people flip a coin in real life to do stuff like that as well. I get that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I don't want like too many decisions to be like, oh, let's roll dice to find out.
Like yourself, I've looked down every avenue of what I think would end up being the solution. I think the priest solution is too woe out there for me. I feel like there's a badness that could really happen with that. The soup situation, there could be a badness too, but I feel like there's a sort of lessened badness.
What's the logic in going
of-
to a foreman at the mine? Because presumably he's just like a worker.
Yeah, so let's just to be narrow. Like this was a bunch of people doing some mining work. So traditionally you wouldn't expect a manager of miners to know the full intricacies of it. We've just randomly appeared there. Whereas Richard is trying to imply, oh, the people that teleported to our world wanted to talk about this priest is the person that saved them. We're in their world now. This priest might actually save us. That's what Richard's logic is. A
Yeah,
bit weird,
I'm-
but desperate,
I-
but that's his grasping at straws.
I think she's looking at like logically that this priest could be bad because of the that's
I mean,
what
if you're
she's
concerned
looking
about
at it.
normal people
Yeah.
seeing who you are and being
Yeah.
afraid of you, the priest could be an even worse version of that, potentially.
Yeah, that's what I'm pretty scared of.
Well, I mean, let's take something into consideration as you're driving around that may influence you one way or another. Because normally we have like telegraph poles at this time. They would also have like power cables going through poles overhead and there's pylons and stuff like that. As you approach the town of Beatty, it's not a telegraph pole, but like a large crucifix standing about 15 feet tall to the entrance to the town. And it looks as though it's the body of a man, naked and beaten, crucified up on this cross. There are just vultures probably like still pecking at his flesh.
Okay, Let's make my decision. No. I want to go to the main.
Wait, just before anything else, like just before Jeff, just hold up, and then Richard looking out around. Is there anyone about milling around or such that he can see? Like, is there people, or is it dead apart from this person that's strapped to the
There's-
crucifix?
Cars in town, maybe. You're coming from like the south end, so I don't think from this point, because Main Street's on the north end, I don't think you'd see people like milling about. No.
Look, I just want to check something. I like your idea. Just please keep the car running. I want to look at that body.
Yeah, I think
just
Jeff
need-
has the car like truck pulled up, headlights shining in direction of where the guy is, and you know he'll be like, I'm not going anywhere without you.
Okay. So Richard will get out of the car. He's head up to it, and he's basically wanting to see if the body has eyelids.
I think there's two issues with this. You're definitely gonna have to climb up there to get. a good
Oh,
look.
right. So it's elevated, right? It's not like on the
It's a 15-foot tall crucifix.
right. There's no. Okay, right. That's fair enough. There's no
You
way
could
that
take
Richard
the
could tell that.
flash. You could take
This-
the flashlight.
Let's be honest.
It's also
At
distance and
15
dark.
feet, there's no way, even with a flashlight, I
Yeah,
could.
that's
I mean,
true.
I'm thinking of looking at someone, and there's no way at 15 feet if I can say like they have eyelids or not.
You would have to get in close to see it.
Right. Okay. Betty, I'm willing to think maybe the priest is not the best idea because
Yes.
if, say, we're not the first people to appear here and say whomever that is one of our associates, or isn't, let's say it's a local, I don't like how they deal with the situation. I think maybe you're onto something.
Yes. Me too. Let's go.
Okay, so then the question becomes, what is your next step?
Well, we're gonna go back to mine.
I just want to be sure what you're trying to accomplish by going back there and speaking to a workman.
Because we want to just like see if there's a way of getting out.
Now, obviously the mine didn't look like it held any significance beyond being an operational mine.
That's where we were, and
Yes.
that's the and we're thinking if you come out of there, there's got to be maybe a couple of ways to get back in there.
Alright, yeah, I mean, you can turn your car around, make your way back towards the mine. You pass a lot more vehicles on your way back, because as I said, the shift was ending and the place was emptying. So there's going to be a line of vehicles crossing you in the opposite direction as you drive backwards. Or drive back. Okay, it doesn't take long to get back there. Vehicles are just steadily coming out now. You can see like the train carriages are all loaded up and the train on the tracks is like moving out of the station. You just pull up to the front gate and the guy is standing there absentmindedly waving everyone out. And he like halts for a second and crosses over to your side. It's like, you guys forget something?
Yeah, we forgot our safety gear.
Give me a roll. I will let you use 2 dice because he did see you just come out. You convince him, he doesn't seem completely like, alright, sure, no problem. He's a little like, okay, I guess. Presses the thing to manually raise the barrier up and use drive in. What happens after you drive in? Jeff's like there and he's like, so where do you want me to park?
Well, Betty, this is your idea.
Okay, should we park where we parked before and just
Okay, so you go up the slope towards like the main entrances. All
Yeah.
the other vehicles except one have driven away now, so you just come into the empty. So it's not a parking lot, but it's been used as a parking lot.
Yeah.
This strip of road here, and you pull up alongside and bring it to a halt.
So we get out the car, the truck.
Step out. The activity, the flurry of moving things around and the rest of it is definitely dying down. There's a lot less people here now. Most of them are getting into vehicles and driving off or waiting to leave the premises. The sound of drills is stopped. The sounds of the machinery is stopped. You can see outside the main entrance itself, the larger entrance you came out of, the little vehicles they were driving about inside are kind of parked outside of it.
Okay. You see anyone that we can talk to?
Just what I described. There is, of course, caverns and makeshift offices and stuff, buildings you could guess they're used for. You won't know whose is what's.
Do we want to maybe try and get out of there first ourselves?
What do you mean?
Like try and find a way out ourselves first and then go to a soup?
You don't need to use the American slang term for supervisor. You could just say supervisor.
A supervisor, yeah. Do we want to just like do that or?
Well, I thought you were suggesting to come back here. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm following your lead in this one because I'm not quite sure what we're gonna get from. So,
Feel like we should just try and find an exit.
so we're in. Now you want to leave?
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about going in there to see if where we can try and travel back.
So as I was trying to express though, the idea of just coming exactly the same way you came before is going to be a no-no. Because you know for
Okay.
certainty your mind will not survive the experience.
Right, okay.
Like I imagine, Laura, do you hate public speaking?
Yes.
Okay, imagine that you've been tasked to speak in front of 1 million people.
Well, not even that. Like, imagine the worst pain you've ever experienced over every square inch of your body and lasting
okay.
for decades. You pulled through the
Oh.
first time with minor stress. I'm telling you, mechanically game-wise, if you were to do that again, you would go insane permanently.
Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to use a metaphor of there is no way back. Like you are being forced to go and try and socialize, and you just would just hit a brick wall. You just be like, nope, that's not happening.
Unless you're fine with your character going insane and becoming an NPC. But your character's going to be like, I can't go through that again. I just, you know you can't. It's easier for you to say as a player because you're not actually in pain, but your character would be like, I cannot go through that again.
So we're actually gonna have to go and speak to somebody.
Yeah, so what do you want to do?
Yeah,
Okay, so
which is what Richard was thinking with the priest aspect. Was, hey, this sounds like someone that might know something creepy about the situation. Whereas you're like, nope, we want to talk to the supervisor. So it's like, okay. And we saw the dead body, and Richard's like, okay, maybe we'll go with your approach. So talk to supervisor.
Okay, right. So is there still a supervisor
There are buildings
in the
that could
building?
be temporary offices for supervisors and foremen, yes. But there's no lights inside these buildings on.
Okay,
But that doesn't necessarily mean there's no one there.
okay,
Or you could just ask someone, because there are a handful of people still moving around.
okay.
But risks discovery, obviously.
Can I maybe just like not grab one, but kind of like
Approach one, okay? Do you want to
Approach
do
one.
anything to hide your face? Or do you want to just approach them and hope they don't notice or react?
maybe it's called. I'm trying to think. I do have like a sort of scarf.
Do you?
Well, what's called women in that time. They always had a scarf around their
Okay.
neck.
I'm not saying you can't, I was just asking.
Yeah, so it's just a scarf to kind of, a chiffony scarf
Yeah,
that
shawl
kind of
type thing.
conceal. Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to cover the part of your face that isn't your eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how that helps you.
I know, I suppose that doesn't really. I'm trying to think whether. Would I have sunglasses in my bag?
I don't think so.
I don't think sunglasses exist in this world if it's in this perpetual dark state and everyone has eyelids.
She's saying in her bag though that she had with her. It was, even though it was like winter and overcast, you might still have had sunglasses with you because like when you're driving and stuff, the sun can still be very bright, so you could have sunglasses if you wanted. But as Richard's suggesting, it might be very unusual for someone here to have sunglasses on.
Yeah.
If they even have them at all here.
You could always just try to not blink.
It's assuming you're just walking up and talk to someone. There are other ways to speak to people.
Yeah.
With my hair kind of a wee bit in front of my face.
So you want to make an
So,
effort
like-
to disguise yourself, is what I'm getting. Between the scarf
Yeah, well,
and your
not
hair
to
and all the
make
rest of
it.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, right, so you'll make an effort. You won't have an advantage or anything, but you will make an effort to like try to hide your features as you go up to speak to someone.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to
Yeah.
ask them?
I just want to ask them if they know of, another world.
Huh? Where
As
another
in,
world?
is there another dimension to here that's exactly the same?
I'm just on my way home.
Oh, okay. Well, enjoy. It's like, okay, that's not gonna work. Did we spot the guy that we saw before?
I don't think so.
No? Oh, that's
Give me a dice
wee
roll. You
bit
can go
okay.
back to where you were to see if you can spot him coming out. So
Okay.
it wasn't that long ago. There's a chance. Yes, one of the three men, the one that was praying to himself as you were leaving, seems to just be like putting the drills in the back of one of the trucks as you approach the main entrance. And like, you catch his eyes, he turns around. Oh, he's like, oh, sweet Shunirath, and he like takes a step back and puts his hand in front of his heart. And he starts like praying faster this time to himself.
Please.
You're seekers, aren't you? I knew it.
We're not seekers. I want to get home to my family. I have a little girl, I have a son, I have a husband. I just want to get home.
Then just go home. I'm not stopping you.
What's a seeker?
What do you mean? What's a seeker? They are the devil. Demons sent to destroy us.
I don't know what that is.
It's a demon. Sent by the shadows. Shunirath protects us with her holy blessing.
We don't have demons in our world.
What do you mean your world?
Well, this isn't our world.
What's a seeker look like?
It can look like anyone. It can. They change their face. They change their skin. They can look like any of us.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, can you help us? We just want to get home.
But I don't understand. How is this not your home?
This is not. We went through a dimension, and
Right. You're not gonna like this. We look different. I don't know what a seeker is. I don't think I'm a seeker. I just very much like my friend here. Just want to go home. And have you seen weird people by any chance? Their eyes look different from yourself, for example.
He's maybe a little more calm because you've not done anything horrible to him immediately, even though he's here on his own and there's like 3 of you. Or if you've left Jeff in the car, 2 of you.
No, I think we'd have brought Jeff with us.
I was just thinking in case you need to make a quick getaway, it might make sense that he's like sitting there waiting. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So he looks a little more relaxed, like you're not ready to tear him apart or whatever he thinks might happen to him. If you're not home, I would like to help you, I guess. But I don't know anything about dimensions or other worlds. I'm just a minor.
That's fair. I don't either. I just sell things. But just by any chance, have you or your fellow miners heard of people with weird eyes?
Well, yes.
About
they were seekers, demons.
Oh, so
sent to torture us.
And what? Right. And what about their eyes made them seekers?
Well, they hadn't taken the rain. They hadn't experienced the divinity, the touch of heaven. I mean, I'm guessing you haven't either.
I I genuinely do not want to hurt you. Just we're not from around here. We just found ourselves here. Scary journey. We really don't
Right.
want to be here. We just want to go back home.
I mean,
And
sure. I mean, I don't want. I mean, I don't want to harm you if you don't want to harm me. But I mean, this is beyond what I know. You should speak to the priest. The priest will know what to do. And if you're not seekers, I mean, I'm sure they will help you.
I just one other observation. On a cross in town, there was a person on it.
Yes, they were a seeker.
Okay. That's good. It's good. You definitely need to make sure to get rid of those seekers. Yep. It's good to see
I mean, they cannot harm us while Shunirath watches over us. But it's our job to be watchful. And if they are a threat, to root them out where we can.
Rightfully so. Praise Shunirath.
We're called,
Blessed be.
We're called human beings.
Well, we're human beings too.
Are you?
Well, what else would we be?
Sorry, she's quite confused in the situation. You can hear it in our voices. We're just really lost.
Yes.
You eat food?
Food?
Do you have like a vegetable burger?
I mean, I've heard of a vegetable. What's a burger?
It's a snack food, like dinner.
Oh, a meal.
Yes.
Yes, we have meals, of course.
Do you have for your meal?
So we have rain.
Oh, okay.
Twice a day. we have our meal.
Oh, okay. And veggie burgers are good. Oh, we don't have rain. We have like
Just
vegetables.
I just want to remind you, he did say seekers are not touched by the rain. They are the bad ones, and you might have just started describing yourselves as seekers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we have rain. We have rain.
Good.
We use
yes,
it as
should,
drinking water.
You should speak to the priest. They will know about this kind of stuff more than I can help you. And I'm sorry, but I also must be on my way. It is nearly time for my meal.
Oh, okay.
I
can drive you to town if you want.
Right. So just a little moment in regards to it, just seeing as it. So we have an opportunity for all three of us to go back to town, but he's told us some scary stories about the priest. Especially the fact that now we know the person that's being crucified is an accused seeker. Do we know if they're a seeker or not? No idea. But they're an accused seeker that has been crucified.
And
we don't know.
Be like us.
They might be us. Yes, they might be just like us. So that backs up the idea that going to the priest is a very risky gamble that has a very high likelihood of biting us. But going to the town gives us an opportunity of a different route to go about. I'm also trying to think, because I kind of want to get back and connected with Swindle, but I don't know how to narratively add that into it.
But he was coming here.
Well, don't worry about him. We'll cut back to him in a second. I just want to, once I know where you guys are kind of headed, we can cut back to him.
Yeah, so
you guys can worry about me just a little bit.
I worry about you all the
concerned.
time. I do it all the time. Every second, I'm just like, I worry about Daniel and Swindle, you know. But I think going back to town is the better option.
I mean,
priest, I'm very hesitant with you. I agree with you on the priest. The priest does not sound like a good idea,
so, I mean,
and there's more and more evidence about that.
Do you want to take this guy's offer a lift where he's driving you? Do you want to follow him in the other truck? Or do you want to say, no thanks, we'll take care of ourselves?
I feel if we take his advantage, it kind of lowers the heat on us rather than driving a stolen vehicle.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so he's
Don't get me wrong, there's a chance of it biting us in the butt, but I feel that that's the
Okay.
better.
So he's going to take him up
Option.
on his offer, and he'll drive you to town.
Yes.
Okay, so he's like, okay, follow me. Takes you down. He's got a car, not a truck. And there's the three of you, so there's plenty of room, two in the back, one in the front. Yeah, and he's like, he just starts talking. And he's trying to just make small talk because obviously he doesn't know what he should be saying to you. And he's like, I've met people from out of state before. I don't think I've ever met people from another world. And then he starts telling you about his wife. Doesn't mention any children.
I feel like this is where Richard would try his best to play up his social game, trying to
Yes.
get small talk and rapport,
Okay.
and trying to build ease.
Sure, roll 2 dice.
Other actions.
Because obviously you can do this, no problem. You're great at small talk. Yeah, I just wanted to see if you messed up anything.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Yeah, you can carry on a nice small talk conversation, puts them at ease, makes everything seem kind of normal for a little while at least.
Yeah, he's picking up on cues. Like, he's following his lead, so he's talking about things from out of state, and he'll start sharing examples and stories and humorous anecdotes that are what Richard hopes are universal. But he's not being great. There's some things that are missing the mark, but
Yeah, so there's
the
probably
vibe is about
there's
there.
a couple of bits, where you're saying something like if you brought fishing, he'd be like, "What are you talking about?" You know what I mean? Things like that. So there's like, but the conversation's flowing enough, you kind of skip past those bits, and you're funny, so it's making him laugh, and then that makes everything feel more relaxed and normal. So while you drive back to beat we will jump back and give Swindle a minute because he's been sat there for ages.
Alright, Swindle, your burger time.
Fuck's sakes.
So sorry, Swindle, that was quite a while.
No, you're fine. No, I'm enjoying every bit of it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so the Palmer explains to you, you mess with the machine, you get the feeling there's more to it of what actually happened, and he did mention he did something particularly shameful, but he doesn't seem to want to talk about that. So he says about the machine, that's how he crossed over here, there wasn't a machine here, but he knows what it is, and that's how they can get you home. He does seem genuine in that he wants to get you back, and he does seem concerned that this seeker is on the other side, and he does seem to have genuine emotion towards this man, Scott Davis. Yeah, so where do you want to take conversation from there?
Because I'm trying to keep in mind that Daniel doesn't realize that the others are also on this side.
Yes, as far as you're
So
concerned,
as far as he's
you're all
concerned, yeah. So I'm just trying to think.
alone. Either worst case, let's try and get used to line up before I can handle this. It's fine.
Yeah, sorry.
No, this is planned. So I knew you was going to be
that's
here
fair.
like this. This is fine.
That's fair.
Just go with what you think you need to go with.
Okay. Yeah, I think Daniel's still got so many questions.
Well, ask them. I mean, he's here. You've got time, limited time.
Yeah.
You're on a
Well,
clock
yeah.
before you die of thirst,
I've got
but
at least I've got at least 3 days.
Well, I mean,
No,
I don't know how operational you'd be on the third day of dying of thirst, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I think Daniel will just be like, wait, you picked me up out front of that diner. Is anything strange happened there, or?
The diner? Yes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned people crossed over. There has been talk of people going missing. However, the people here have ascribed it to accidents which happen. There's always the fear of the seekers. They're almost like a bogeyman here. Snatching children away well, not children, but snatching people away in the night and such. Or if you're on your own. And then, of course, there's the child.
The child.
I mean, not long ago, just a few days, in fact, a child appeared, and at first they were afraid it was a demon, but now they're revering it as if it's like a fallen angel. They say it is a child of Shunirath. And they feel that the people here in this town, this area, are particularly being blessed because of the arrival of this angel.
Samuel.
Yes. How did you know that?
Because I was told a very concerning story about his birth and conception.
You need to be more honest with me, Daniel. I mean, you knew about the machine, and now you've known about this angel. What else do you know?
I don't know how it's all connected. Ron Marsh had a daughter named Mary on our side. There wasn't a father, and then he took her and went to Rhyolite, which
Mine. Which is a ghost town on our side, right?
Yes.
It's not a ghost town.
It's
here.
not. Okay. Well, that on our side, the ghost town is where Samuel was born, and just scrawled all over the walls were these Bible verses, like is talking about how Samuel, insinuating that Samuel was either a child of God or the second coming of Jesus.
Yeah.
An angel.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of how people here have reacted.
But he's showing up here. He's crossing here.
Yes, he came here. Just not more than a week ago, I think. So Daniel, I mean, I know where the machine is, but we're not going to get there and certainly not have time to use it unless we get permission from a priest. Like I said, the monument is a holy site to these people. It's an important focal point of the community. They're not going to just let us walk up and touch anything without their permission.
How do we get permission?
Well, the only way we can do is to be diplomatic and appease to them. But we have to be very careful because their first instinct is going to be to strip you, beat you, and leave you for the crows. You have to realize everyone here is like extremely deeply seated in this religious faith, and they are terrified of these seeker demons. And if they believe for a second that you could be one of them, that's it for you. Unless you take the reign. That's the only way they will accept that you're not one of them. And once you do that, there's no going back.
Exactly. So if I'm supposed to go back, I can't take the reign.
Exactly.
So what do I need to do?
Well, we have to prove to them somehow that you're not one of these things. I mean, we have a couple of days. I can approach them and try to introduce them to the idea slowly, and trying to find someone who's more likely to come around and be more reasonable about this, and then hopefully put your case forward in enough time to get you out of here. Unless, of course, we drive a truck over the mountain and snatch the machine, but that's suicide.
Why would it be suicide?
Well, I mean, the terrain for one thing would never get us down there, but you'll never make it through the monument driving a truck. Wait, you said you knew there were stones at the monument. Are there stones there on our world?
No, our side. David, the preacher, he saw the monument and that symbol.
How did he see the monument?
Same way I did. He saw it in a dream, a vision, I guess.
Where were you staying when you had this vision?
I didn't see the same vision he did. I saw a different vision, but I was in my home in my bed.
And that's not here, right?
No.
How far away is that?
Well, in our world, I was living in I was staying at the University of the Pacific, Stockton, California.
California? Oh,
Yeah. Wait,
perhaps.
there was before I crossed over here, the agents said that they called the university and they spoke to
The agents?
FBI. I guess they're trying to investigate the strange happenings, and we were suspects. But they said that they called the university that I came from, and they spoke to a man who sounded like me and claimed to be Daniel Ford. How did he cross over?
Daniel, between when you left your home in California and when you crossed over, where else have you been? Had you been to the ranch before?
No.
Had you been
yeah.
to the mine before?
Not me.
How about the church or the diner?
The church and the diner, yes. Or not the temple on the mountain, but the diner, yes.
And God, what day is it today? I don't suppose you remember when the last bomb test was, or if it happened in the time that you were in the area, or if it happened before you went to these locations or afterwards.
It's possible. I mean, the tests happen fairly frequently.
My theory, Daniel, was the machine had malfunctioned. But perhaps if it didn't malfunction, I was also thinking that these tests are having the effect that a rock has when you drop it in a pond. There are ripples sent out through the space-time, and that those ripples are affecting the temporal disturbances that already exist in this area. Now, I thought maybe perhaps they had like interfered with the machine's workings, and perhaps they do. Perhaps like the aftershock, the ripple effect of these tests has had something to do with these portals opening up, these gateways, these possibilities for you to pass through. And I'd identified several key locations where the link between this world and ours or others was at its weakest, and that's where the machine was to be placed to operate because it'd be most effective. Tillinghast knew this. If you've been to one of these locations or another one that I hadn't identified, and they were suffering the ripple effect, it's possible that has caused a slip, a doorway, a gateway to open that's allowed you to pass through. And you crossing here now may have not been the first time this has happened to you. If someone claiming to be you is at home, that could well be you at home, and you are the one who is in the wrong place.
That can't be. I've never been here.
Not here, but where you were wasn't where you thought it was. It was somewhere very similar. There are possibly infinite worlds, Daniel. Infinite possibilities. Every single different combination of events and variables and peoples and actions represented. And if we travel through them the way that we have travelled to this one, then you could easily, well, perhaps not easily, but you could travel to any of them. And if they were so similar, you might not even know the difference.
God, give me strength.
And if you've been to multiple of these locations, if I'm right about this ripple effect, there's no telling how many times you've traversed the boundaries, or anyone else who's in the area at the time of this happening.
The dog, Fido.
What dog?
But, there was a dog that vanished. There was... I keep having this encounter with this dog. Before I even left the university, one barked at me, and then I saw a very similar dog barking at a hill very insistently. But whenever I approached the hill, it seemed to get even more insistent. And whenever I left the hill, it calmed down, and then
A
a
dog is
trucker here in
barking.
Beatty. Yes.
Well, I don't understand what's the relevance here.
I don't know. Maybe the dog is traveling also.
But yeah,
A dog keeps popping up.
It could happen to any living thing, or perhaps things that aren't living. I mean, there's no telling the extent of how this works, or if there's some sort of disruption going on. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the grasp on it that Professor Tillinghast had. And damn, that Eric Lunt, he didn't have everything. He's obviously kept something to himself. If you've said he's removed a piece from the machine, then he's also removed pieces from the research. If we do get you back, you're going to have to find him, or Scott, if Scott knows, in order to operate the machine from that side, because you might need it to deal with the Seeker, or to return yourself home. If you weren't from home, I don't know if I can get you back home. I think it might just be the last place you were at. And you might have to find another machine and another person to take you the rest of the way. Someone who knows how to calibrate it or trace your route better than I.
So what do we do? We find one of these areas and
No, it's
hope
near-
that a ripple happens?
I'm not sure. We'll need to think on it. It's nearly supper time. I have to go. I'll be back, I don't know, an hour or so. You can stay here, get some rest. I'm sorry I don't have much in the way of entertainment.
Yeah, no, it's thank you for helping me.
Of course. Yes, just rest, make yourself comfortable as you can. I'll be back in an hour or so. If any other vehicle pulls up or anyone else comes here, hide. There's no telling what the reaction would be like.
Okay.
I will put out some feelers while I'm in town and see if I can help us find a way into getting permission to access the machine, or if not, come up with another plan.
Okay, thank you.
We'll get you through this, Daniel, one way or another. You can see that his
Daniel's-
hands are a little kind of like shaky now that they weren't before.
Yeah. Daniel's just kind of silent and nodding, just kind of looking down at his hand, and his hand, it's almost an effort to relax it, and even then it's like cut open from how the metal of the crucifix was kind of digging into his palm, and he's
Yeah,
having
probably
to
where the corners are on
shift
it. You
to
can
the other
see,
hand.
like, mixing the
Yeah.
hand, yeah. It's broken the skin.
yeah.
Yeah, he's going, if you're okay with that, he will leave you here and get in his truck and drive off.
Yeah, and Daniel will just kind of sit for a moment and then just look up, or look through the window and look up at the sky, and just...
Yeah, because of the darkness, it's obviously not really possible to see any kind of movement, but there's just this strange sensation where you can almost like feel the life in it. Perhaps there's some imperceptible movement detected in your eyesight there that you just can't quite, make out. But it's definitely not stationary. You get the sense that it is a living thing, as impossibly massive as it seems, filling up the sky.
God is with me always.
I'm just gonna put this all here. So you guys are, he's gonna drive you to Rhyolite, not Beatty, which is literally like a minute drive down the hill. Whether you realised or not, this was the town he was talking about taking you to. He drives you into it, and the town you'd been through before, which was the deserted ghost town, all these dilapidated buildings and such. The buildings are well maintained. There are people walking the streets. In fact, everybody seems to be walking the streets, and they all seem to be walking in the same direction towards this central building. It's the size of the warehouse you were at before, but it's not the same building. And as you drive into town, the man who identifies himself as... oh god, what's his name? Bernie. And Bernie, Richard, when you talk to him, I mean, he seems like an ordinary Joe, like, you know, just like the kind of guy you would meet in one of these small towns working manual. You know, you could imagine him in your world just being the kind of guy who likes to go fishing at the weekends and watching football and all that kind of thing. But here, obviously, there's something really strange about it. People don't seem to do that as their pastime. In fact, it's hard for you in your conversation to make out what they kind of do entertain themselves with.
Yeah, because I imagine each time he's tried to gently steer the conversation, he's literally hitting brick walls.
Yeah, because he just can't communicate with you on it because he doesn't know what you mean. You know, you're talking about like pastimes, hobbies, and he's like, "What do you mean?" I get up, I go to work. We have our meal. We go to work. Then it's supper time, and then we sleep. What else is there time for? But now,
and I'm guessing there's also sometimes he's telling friends like, "Oh, sometimes I go with friends," and he's like, "What's friends?"
Well,
and
no,
he's
he
like,
has friends.
Okay.
He has people he talks to. But like the concept of like spare time to fill, he just doesn't seem to grasp. And you both see all these people, this swell of people walking and driving, parking, getting out of the cars, going towards this building, and you can hear the toll of the bell being rung from inside, like a church calling a summons. And you can see, especially you, Richard, in the front seat, you can see Bernie's like he's getting excited or nervous or something. Like his body's like got the shakes, and he's like, "We really need to find somewhere to park out. It's nearly time."
Yeah. Right. Richard is obviously going to pause a bit, but he's going to look to see if he sees any more crosses by any chance.
There doesn't seem to be any. Definitely not in town here.
So is the town empty and they're just all
No,
going
the town
to
is
that building?
the town is full of people, but they're all going to this building. Yeah, it looks like it looks like the whole population. There's that many people, so much so that they're like obviously filled the building, lining up outside now. And there's like a kind of excited atmosphere, you know, as if like a whole bunch of people waiting in line to go to a festival kind of thing. But also something a little scary about it, like it's just that. I'm sure you could transcribe it to like when you see a bunch of like pure zealous like religious fanatics getting all excited about like the person coming on stage, and they've all got that kind of scary edge to them, that kind of vibe. And he'll park up his vehicle on the sidewalk, double parking besides another car. Come on. If we hurry, we'll get there in time.
Oh, fuck.
Richard, I imagine it's a bit nerve-wracking because this is like it's a lot. This isn't
Yes.
just your usual Sunday church. This is both a fusion of church and the biggest celebrities come to town kind of vibe.
Yeah. And yet he's describing it as supper time.
Yeah, it's just this is a twice daily occurrence.
Twice
Yeah, no. We definitely need to get ready to see the priest.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, as you get out of the car, I mean, he can't wait. He's overcome with the activity of it, and just sort of like wanders off at speed ahead of you, and just kind of like, like you guys take care of yourself or whatever, and marches on ahead to join the vast queue that's forming. No one is paying you guys attention. Everybody seems transfixed on what's ahead of them.
Okay, well, I'm just when I say just saying Betty for ease because I know Clem's not here. So Betty, I'm kind of curious to figure out what's going on, like why all this fervor. But I can't help but deny I'm a bit intimidated by the idea.
Me too. I feel like,
The bell rings, or continues ringing, and the queue seems to be pretty much fully formed. There's no more stragglers making their way along, and the queue just slowly, ever so slowly, like shuffles another space forward.
I feel like maybe we should just in the outside. Like, I don't think we should go like be inside.
I'll be honest, Betty, with this many people, I mean, Bernie, like, obviously seemed to be a bit fixated on it, but I don't know. I want to figure out what's going on, but it's just too many people. It's just too risky. We'd stand out like a sore thumb, and then, I was able to get Bernie to calm down that we're not one of those seekers.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself. So I was thinking, while they're doing that, we could maybe investigate the town.
I don't know. Well, we already know what's of interest in the town. We've looked here before. This is the ghost
Yeah, but
town.
I was thinking like we look in the what's called in the cafe and things.
Well, I mean, they obviously don't care about anything. Like, check out the double parking, and I'm guessing it's not the only one. Like, there's cars just abandoned all over the road,
Yeah,
kind
especially
of thing.
because you're coming at the tail end, like you're late. So anyone at that point, they're just abandoning it and just like kind of running down the street to join the queue.
Yeah, I think that's probably a very safe bet to do.
So there will be, you're on the high street. There will definitely be a place that has like a sign saying it's like a cafe goods store. Doors are open, you can just walk in. No lights again. So it'll be pitch black inside, pretty much. The white surfaces of the tables you can probably just about make out in your night vision, but that's about all you'll be able to make out, I think, without a light source.
Can I do I have my flashlight?
You had a lighter.
Yeah, do I have a lighter to
Yeah, you
kind
have
of
your
see?
lighter. Yeah, you spark light up. You can find the counter. You can see the desk, the tables. There's no plates laid out. There's no like cups of coffee or anything like that laid out. And you're kind of like, what kind of? Is there anything here that suggests like it is like a cafe diner?
Yeah.
There is like a large,
This is really strange.
like a coffee machine, like an old style coffee machine on the counter for the person serving.
Looks like they've got an old style coffee machine. Doesn't have food and. Do you think they all just live off that rain stuff? Did say that that's what he was, having for, dinner was like the rain.
Okay, so
What else can I do an investigation roll to see if I see anything?
sure. Yeah, so you go around the back of the booth, not the booth, the counter. There are like bowls of like dried vegetation. Really doesn't feel like something you could really eat. It's like really dry and hard. Like, you find strips of like chewing. No, you wouldn't find that actually. Yeah, like a bark or something like. When you feel it between your fingers, you can imagine maybe it's something people chew, although it doesn't smell like something you really recognize.
Yeah.
And then Betty, you try the coffee machine because you take the cup and you try to pour, and this thick, warm liquid just throws out in big droplets. And as you raise it up to just smell, you're going to recognize it for what it is. Roll me stress as you recognize it is blood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or if not blood, mulched, bloody parts.
Oh, that's worse.
So is that a stress
Stress
roll?
roll, yes, please.
Is that...
Yeah, you hold it together.
Oh jeez, this is worse than I thought. This is blood.
Richard, you see, maybe you just noticed at the window, the first of the people coming back out of the central building, which you assume to be some sort of church or something. And the person coming out, just their hands are dropped either side and they're just staring upwards, almost straight up at the sky, and just kind of staggering slowly left and right, pure zombified, with this big wide grin across their face. And they walk into the diner that you're sitting in and just slump at one of the tables, just staring off into space.
I'm guessing they didn't even make any attempt to recognize,
No.
not like to look at Richard at all.
Walk
just
right
they
past you like you weren't there. Yeah.
Okay, so something intoxicating's happened, Betty.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. What's called? There's blood in this cup.
Hello?
Were you listening to anything, Glim, or were you just away?
Dude, I was gone. I was
Okay.
out of the
I wasn't
apartment.
sure if you're listening to your phone or not.
Right, we went to the mine just to see, and then we spoke to the guy, and then he gave us a lift down to the town.
Okay, so we were in the car. You drove us into the BT.
I
You
cut
saw
all
us.
that, yeah.
Cool, right. And then we went back to the mine to talk to a supervisor, found some random who's gave us a lift to the car, had a catch up with them, found out there's a lot of weird things going on, like they don't have any interest in hobbies. We parked up, but in Rhyolite, the ghost town in our world, not a ghost town in this world, basically near supper time, to the point that he was late and ditched his car in the middle of the road, pretty much, alongside a lot of others, and raced to go to church, I say with quotes, don't know, but building with a little queue, and they had some really strong religious fervor that, like, we're talking like Hannah Montana, like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, mixed with cult. And we just went into a diner where Betty discovered a cup full of blood mulch, and then people started to come out of the church looking zombified, as in very happy zombified.
That one.
Yep.
Alright, so we're still in the... Where are we at now? Diner?
Rhyolite
you said?
Diner.
Yes, Diner Rhyolite. On the main street. Huge, massive queues if the whole town is like attending this sermon or whatever it is, and people are just now starting to come out as if they're like you said, intoxicated somehow. But yeah, so Betty, you find the mulch. This guy walks in, sits down, and you'll probably start seeing one, two other people staggering out of the other building. They're not all going to make their way here, but some will, likely. So what do you want to do?
So, well, Richard, what's your ideas?
Well, obviously, I'm just going to share this one. So one of the other things we talked about is we saw a guy crucified on a cross. We talked to Bernie, who was the guy that escorted us to Rhyolite, who told us, oh yes, that's one of those seekers. Seekers are changelings, as in they can look like anyone, be anyone. And that person that was crucified was a seeker. We don't know if the seeker was one of us, just a regular person that's cross dimension, or is indeed a seeker. But the priest is the person that done that to the person. They crucified that person. So Betty and Richard are both a bit intimidated to approach a priest because that feels like too risky of a gamble that they might be helpful or they might murder them.
Alright, so here are some game plans. One, we need to try to discover as much evidence or information, and then we're gonna leave. Is this okay?
This sounds good plan to me.
Alright, first, where do you want to go?
I think that's the
Wait a minute.
I think that's the primary issue. I mean, obviously you want to go home, but you don't know
Let's
how.
go... Yeah. I mean, that sounds like good... Wait, let's go home. Not our home, this home. See what's going down.
You mean the motel?
Yeah.
You look over to Bernie's car, which still has the keys in the ignition.
Okay. Bernie's gone, well, we can borrow it.
Oh god, if you're thinking you go there and our carpet's like not the red carpet, it's like the beige colour that it was.
Don't metagame, let's go. Let's find out.
Not metagame, like I
Yeah.
imagine that's literally a conversation we could have.
Oh, outcome, yeah. My bad.
Like, because we all talked about the carpet's colour and stuff, and it's like, oh, is that something that could be...
Oh, the carpets
Well,
are different.
yes.
No.
Well, let's
We
go
get
check
it.
the carpet, let's go.
Okay.
You just hurriedly make your way across the street back into Bernie's car who's driving.
Jeff.
Jeff, as the designated driver, you take the wheel, turn the ignition, the car starts up. Bernie's still he's near the end of that queue, and the queue's very long, so he's going to be there a good while anyway. And nobody seems to be paying you guys any attention as you start up the engine and drive off. Back to BT, the motel, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, no other cars on the road this time. Everybody's already off. It's a short drive, as we said, back to BT. Just take us here. And when you get to BT, it's a similar story. I mean, BT is not as big a town, clearly. Fucking music. But outside the church, a bunch of cars. Everybody's cars seem to be parked. Small line of people. But by the time you get there, it's more there's like a crowd of people just standing in the parking lot, staring up at the sky. Some of them are sat down on the sidewalk.
Looking up.
One of them is just like lying on her side, sort of halfway across the sidewalk in the parking lot, just like not curled up, but you know, lying on her side, stretched out. And I just kind of drive.
Like they're all. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go.
No, so they're all. To sum it up, it's like they're looking at a TV, right?
Yeah. Or, you know, imagine if you're being a music festival and people are like really full of drugs and just like, ooh, do you know what I mean? That, like that. They're all smiling. They look happy.
Hey man, that's good. Alright, stop the car, go in there. We see them. I go, okay. And I go directly to the front.
So
to the front office.
This is the church building. Do you want to go past that and continue to the motel?
Crap.
Obviously, all the people are centered at the church right now. But if you want to, you can just go past there and go up the street to the motel.
I don't like how you did that.
I thought that's where you were going.
Oh, I am.
So
Actually, I drive slow.
So imagine you slow down to get a look at these people, and then you just turn the corner onto the main street and drive along. You go past like the diner, the auto shop, the hardware store. Doesn't seem to be anyone there, and then you pull up at the motel. There's like 2 cars parked motel. Don't particularly recognize them. The door for the office, like where the receptionist would be, is open. Everything else just looks, you know, normal, apart from it's dark.
Alright, I just beeline into the office.
Okay. The office is empty, there's no one in there. Now you're used to
I
going
just
into this
beeline
office and there's like a radio playing behind the counter, and there's no radio playing.
I go, okay, predictable, knew that. I just beeline and get the skeleton keys.
Oh, sure, yeah. Lift up the little flap, go to the back, grab the keys that you've seen them have before. What room do you want to go to?
Mine?
You were room 14, if I remember correctly, which is where you had all the books and all your journals and all the information spread out.
Correct.
You open the door, and there's a bed, there's a cabinet, carpet, writing desk, chair, nothing else.
What's the carpet look like?
I mean, it's very dark in here. Actually, do you have a light source? Because I know Betty has a lighter.
Yep. I always have a light source.
What did you have?
Yeah, utility light. Those things with...
Does Richard still have his mining helmet with the light on?
That's a good ass question.
You could have brought that with you if you wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine he'd still be wearing it.
Sure. I mean, it would have been daft if you were all still walking around wearing them, but if one of you has held on to one, that's totally fine. Yeah, you can turn that on and use that as a light to look at the ground. The carpet in here is like a very dark navy blue.
Here's what I do. Take out a knife and put an X. Not a big one, just enough that I can actually see it.
In the carpet or the sideboard or what?
In the carpet.
The carpet, okay.
next to the door. Just a
Okay.
turn them just in case. Let's go to your guys' door. Rooms.
Betty was door number 12, I believe. That room is untouched, looks like it's not occupied. Room 13, which was Daniel's. It looks like someone is staying in there. The bed is unmade. The cabinet has some clothes, men and women's clothes, hanging up in it. Yeah.
Man, this world is interesting. Nothing's locked.
Yeah. Well, the doors to the rooms were locked. He's got the skeleton keys.
Yep.
Or the ring of keys.
Ah.
Because he went into the office and grabbed them out of the office.
Yep. Alright, before I put these up, is there any other rooms you want to try? Oh! Daniel's.
Well, this would be Daniel's room, room 13. You could go to Richard's room.
Let's
Go to your
give this
room.
a go.
Checking all the rooms, might as well. Well, our rooms.
Okay, Richard, can you roll me a dice?
Yep. Just the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This room is not occupied.
Clean.
So clearly, in this world at least, you guys aren't renting these rooms.
Can I take a closer look to see if anything's like changed?
I mean, the difference just as I described. The rooms are pretty much the same. The carpets are different.
Well, okay.
Furniture
Nothing-
beds are like the
nothing-
same style. There's no radio though. There's no telephone.
Telephone, no nothing. Any other place you guys want to check?
Oh. Don't know, but going to the motel was an interesting idea.
A truck drives by the motel at speed and pulls up, like, braking in front of the church along the main street.
When I hear that, I just rush back to the office. Put the keys back.
So not here, but at the church. So it, like, zooms by here.
Oh, I know,
Pulls up at the church. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we
yeah,
probably
yeah.
heard that. I'm like, yeah, let's put these up because I don't want no surprises.
Anyone who took the time to look would see a man hurriedly exiting that truck that drove up to the church and running inside the church past everybody who's just kind of staggering out.
Okay. Wait, he looked like he was one of the joint, or like he?
He was rushing to get there, obviously way after everyone else.
Okay, one last time. Is there anywhere else you guys want to go?
You're muted again,
Wait,
Callum,
what?
in case you didn't realise.
Thank you. That would make a lot more sense. I wonder what's in that truck.
Eddie, why are you so
Yeah.
quiet? You thought that you're the super investigator. Is there anything else you want to go?
Well, do we want to go inside the motel cafe?
The motel.
Hungry
cafe.
again, aren't you?
You're in the motel. There's no cafe in the motel.
Okay.
It's been long been established.
Okay, do we want to go back to remember that cafe that was like pure weird?
Fernsteiner.
at
The
the
radioactive one?
start? Yeah,
Yeah, let's do that.
yeah.
Good move, Betty. Let's go.
Hey, Richard, wait, do we not maybe want to try and get some hazmat gear before we go there?
I just snatched Richard and get your ass in here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the rest of you remember that when you went there before, the Geiger counter didn't give you any reading that it was radioactive.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Up. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Our sounds.
Sure. I mean, it's not a long drive to go back along to Vern's. You just pull up outside the diner. The fence that was there before, the chain link fence, is not there. There is no signs up about radiation or anything like that. And although the building is boarded up, I mean, it's not boarded up in the same way. You know, it's like the shutters are down. Really, the roller shutters are like pulled down over the windows rather than there being like boards over the windows.
All right, so the car. Well, the crowbar. Wait, we still in the truck, right?
Yeah.
Like if he has any tools or anything, like heavy duty tools.
Well, so you're not in a truck, you're in a car because this guy had a car. You could
Oh,
check
good.
the.
I just go.
Yeah, you could check the.
Yep, tire iron.
The trunk and see what we got. Yeah, they would have a tire iron. They would have Chris, what's it called? For getting the nuts off.
Jack.
The jack or whatever.
Yeah, just a tire iron. Right, let's go. You
Yep.
first, Betty. You're the voice.
Okay.
Sure. You approach the diner building. The shutters are pulled down, as I said. I mean, it looks as if it's closed, maybe been closed for a while.
I do the whole sort of lighter thing to see. I do
Well, it's the-
investigation.
Sure, roll
How
investigation.
about?
Do you want to reroll with stress?
No.
I'll
does
do it.
Anyone else want to roll?
Yeah, because Betty, you're going along and the shutters are pulled down. I mean, there's nothing out here that seems to stick out to you.
This coming from Betty with her 3 anchors. Meanwhile, me and Jeff with only 2.
Mm-hmm.
And nearly running down to 1.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I think Betty's got enough stress.
No, but Betty's not going to do that though.
Yeah, asks other people who have burned more to do it.
Yes, but this is in a different situation. I don't feel like she should have something like in a different area. You know, if this was back in the actual human world, then yes, but not in this one.
So not in the scary place.
No.
Even though you're the one that rolled.
Yes.
Bare minimum, you don't find anything else interesting. You don't find any openings.
But you guys are only just rolling investigation. You're not rolling a stress roll.
Anyway, have we tried to open the door?
Yeah, give me an investigation roll.
I was just gonna try to pry the door open, but okay.
Well, it's the metal shutters that like pull down, so yeah, they're the shutters are all like locked. They're like padlocked, so you'd have to bust them open to get them open. It is possible, but you need to roll an attempt.
The front door, but okay.
Can I help you with it?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so
So-
you can both roll 1 dice. Other action.
Huh?
Yeah, Jeff, on your own, it's not enough. With Richard's help, the two of you applying like the full weight of a man on the end of the
Between
leverage.
us.
Yeah.
Between us, we have the power of 1 man.
I was thinking like the body weight, your whole body weight on it gives it the leverage to like help snap it off. And you manage to like pull the padlock off so you can pull the thing up and then just smash the glass of the door with the tire iron so you can enter. And
okay.
inside the diner looks surprisingly normal. Like really surprisingly normal. There's tables, there's chairs, the counter. You can see the stands where like pies and stuff would be put in for presentation. You can see lights hanging down from the ceiling. You can see the cookers and stoves in the back and a large refrigeration unit. Flicking the light switch, there's no power, but you know everything else is there.
This just feels so wrong.
Oh,
Do you think? God, I hope not. Richard will probably walk to where he saw the arm sticking through.
So that was under the floor because they'd removed a section, so you're not going to be able to look under the floor.
Ah, right.
yeah.
Sorry.
Let's
But
not destroy
you
too
could
much.
look that there was a piece of a finger protruding through the floor, I believe, though. You could check there and you wouldn't find anything.
Do you think that's people that have went from this world to the other world and they've got stuck in between?
Maybe.
Man, this place is fucked up.
You just hear I mean, you're in there for a little while, looking around, double checking things, just trying to see if there's anything here that would give you some idea of like what's going on, or I guess at this point you are just so baffled and desperate. You're just like, there has to be something that can help us. When you
Yes.
when you hear like the sound of an engine pull up outside and you can see like the beam of the headlights shining on your car.
Wait, our car?
Yeah, you can hear the door open and close from the truck, and then you hear a man's voice yelling, "Hey, is there someone in there?"
Richard looks at Jeff and just sort of like shrugs.
You're the talker.
Yeah, was looking for a cup of Joe.
Wait, what did you say? Says the voice, as you can hear him like crunching in the gravel outside and then come to a stop.
Just looking for a cup of Joe.
What's a cup of Joe made of?
Just something to wet the whistle.
Right, but what's it when you drink a cup of Joe? What are you drinking?
Coffee?
You hear
A cup of coffee.
hurried footsteps in the gravel as the
with
man
milk?
runs up and stands in the doorway. Oh my God, there's more of you.
What?
Hi.
What?
Sorry. I know this is going to be frightening for you. My name is Professor Patrick Palmer. And that's where we'll stop today.
Hello.
Immediately turns, snap, look at Betty, going, "Do we know him?"
You should.
We will stop there today, yes.
Yeah,
Well.
that was awesome.
Swindle, we're getting reconnected.
I don't know why I
Yeah.
thought the other
Uh-huh.
episode would only be one episode. Obviously, it's going to take more than one.
Yeah, for sure.
5.
Yeah, the
But
good news is
Swindle
we've
didn't-
reconnected. The bad news is that we're connected on the wrong side of the fucking universe.
Exactly. Swindle didn't want to be there. But no. We had to go and follow you.
Well, no, I mean, I knew as soon as I used
None of
got
us
to
wanted to be
BT,
here.
I could get used to him. It wasn't a problem. I
Yeah.
intended for you to come through separately like this.
Yeah.
Didn't you
Yeah.
expect?
It's not like the 1933 game where the whole first half of the season was trying to get you aligned.
Yeah.
That was fucking murderous.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Because I get in the damn. I'm like, no. Too much logic. No.
But hey, now you've got answers and you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
everything's
yeah.
fine.
Well, except, let's not put. Everything's fine. That's a bit of a strong
No.
assessment there.
Everything is not fine.
Everything hasn't
Everything
been fine
is
for a
awful.
while. I like how, I was talking to the guy, trying to tell him all these things that I thought maybe might be connected. He's like, oh yeah,
Like, you're
why
crazy.
did you tell me that? Why did you tell me that earlier? And then it gets to like, yeah, I was having visions. What do you know about that? He's like, I don't know. You're the priest. You tell me. Like, motherfucker. I don't know anything.
Well, I mean, when you're telling him like real things, he's going to be like, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then when you're like, oh, I had this dream the other day. It's like, all right then.
Motherfucker, weird shit's happening all over the place. You can't tell me shit's not connected.
I mean, you're assuming he knows
Yeah.
as much as he thinks he knows as well.
Yeah, this is also very, very, very true. But at this point, he's the best I got. Oh man, let's play a game. Will Daniel take the raid or won't he?
Dun 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 dun.
Well, I mean, you could take it and stay here forever and be happy. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have
no.
a much closer relationship to a god,
Where there's actual evidence of a god.
Mm. It's really funny too, because I'm legitimately trying not to I say a prayer expecting like that to fix everything. So it's like,
Mhm.
but like, what the fuck else would Daniel do,
Well, yeah, I mean, you believe in God being like the
Yeah.
ultimate power. So whatever
Yeah,
this is
I
can't be
I
higher
would
than
believe,
God.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Surely yours is more powerful, but then again, yours doesn't really seem to actually, appear and do much
Yeah.
compared to this one, which is right there.
Yeah.
Do you
Fucking looking right at it.
make your own gods up, or you just take some from actual Thanatos?
I don't want to say anything just now. Ask me at the end of the season.
Yeah.
He
I mean-
does. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. There's gonna be some fucking questions at the end of the season. There always is, but like,
Yeah, and I can't answer all of them, but yeah.
no.
Oh, are we gonna win?
You know the
Well,
first question I'm gonna ask though.
I mean, you can ask Swindle about his character last season. What is winning?
Winning is
So Laura was
sunshine.
asking me because I was like, I don't think there's that many episodes left, and she's like, "What? We're just at the start," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not like a normal investigation where like you
Yeah.
unveil the secret and reveal
Mystery,
the truth,
everything,
and then
yeah.
prosecute the person, and then that's the ending. It's more like you
Yeah.
discover what's wrong, and then you're like, fuck, and you just have to get out of there as quickly as possible, and that's kind of it."
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, we have to survive.
Yeah, Call of Cthulhu is not like Scooby-Doo where you unmask old man Jenkins, who's trying to,
No.
do stuff for an insurance money and shit, and he would have got away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids. No, this is like, oh fuck, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why shit's fucked. Run!
It's like,
Run now!
open the door, big scary thing, slam the door shut, and run away as quickly as possible. Like there's,
Yeah.
like the end, because she
And
was
then-
saying to me that I
yeah.
rushed the ending, and like my endings aren't my strong point, I don't think anyway. But it is kind of the format of it. Like once you get to that point, there isn't
just
like a
run.
long process of like bringing about conviction or resolution. It's just about getting out there in one piece.
Exactly. There's no like bringing Cthulhu to justice for his crimes. There's only surviving Cthulhu, and even then, yeah,
Trying to get out as intact as possible.
No, yeah, I think the most optimistic outcome is you don't see Cthulhu.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
go completely insane. Anything above that is a win.
Yeah, I think the only character that got a borderline like happy ending of the 3 seasons was probably Paul, and even then, dude had to go through 2 seasons of this shit.
And I mean, his family is destitute.
His family's definitely just fucked, traumatized at the very least.
I'm sure we'll find out what happened to Paul later.
Oh, I swear to God, if you've done anything to Paul, I'm gonna cry. Paul's
Leave
a
my boy
sweet
alone.
boy. Leave him alone. He don't
Oh,
deserve
damn.
it.
I personally think Paul's wife is the strong one.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I almost said like Rocky sort of won, but he did not win. He survived physically. He
Absolutely.
did not survive mentally.
I mean, he didn't survive physically intact. He lost both hands.
yeah. Well, yeah, but
Lost both hands.
yay, longer lifespan. Yay.
And we know he died because she's found the letter from Eric and Gerta apologising for not attending his funeral in the
Oh, yeah, that's
past
right,
when
yeah,
he
I
was still
forgot about that.
alive from the future,
Yeah. Oh Jesus! What a freaking
which is now
Brain
in
pretzel.
the current past because you are further along the timeline. So he's dead by
Oh.
now.
Dead now.
oh, jeez, my brain hurts.
Was that session okay for everyone?
Oh yeah, no, that was great.
That was
Very,
fun.
very,
Okay for
very
you, hon?
glad for.
Laura just pleaded me not to kill her beforehand.
Oh well.
She's like, please don't kill me.
Lame. That's boring. I court death every time.
I eat that.
I like that there's the 3 of us that are just like, oh, let's go in the scary pit, and then there's Laura over the side just going, no.
Y'all tell me how it is.
Nuke it for morbid.
Yeah, yeah. I also the reason why I struck out Father Albert was because of that phone call too, where he's like, you just gotta pack up and leave. Like everyone's screwed in that town. Just go, save yourself. And I was like, no, that's not cool. He
We don't do
might be
that.
right, but yeah, from a moral standpoint, Daniel doesn't fuck around with that.
But obviously, Daniel's never encountered something which he obviously has in the past, so he knows better.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting when we unpack that. If Daniel survives long enough to unpack that.
Well, I mean, we've also determined there's other complexities to the resolution as well.
Yeah,
It's not solely about surviving.
No. Yeah. The good ending for Daniel here is he makes it back home and then devotes his life to hunting down and destroying the Seeker, which might end poorly for him regardless. That's the good ending. We'll see.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys for a good game. I am off to go and
Yeah,
collapse
that was
in bed.
awesome.
Yep, you sounded a little tired, so let's try to wrap up.
Yeah. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.